Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, their archetype.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one. Do you see all the name?
Let's try them. Let's still try.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and thank you for tuning in for Unboxing Thursdays. If you're tuning in for the first time, what I do here every week is I sit down with a friend in this hobby, in this community. We sit down, open up some toys, just kind of chop it up, hang out, and get to enjoy this cool hobby that we're into. And of course, if you're watching live, appreciate you, and also everyone watching the replay. But if you're in the chat, feel free to say hi to everyone. Message me. We can just kind of hang out and just interact with each other. If you prefer Twitch, this is available on Twitch as well, also at Toying Around. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Here on the channel, we talk about some toys. Last night, wait, what day was that? Tuesday, I had a stream with the Boba Squadron podcast talking about the Andor TV show, episodes 1 to 3. And it's just cool because we get these cool shows and movies, and those shows and movies gives us toys. So it's all interconnected, and I get to chat with the Boba Squadron about stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, make sure you're subscribed here to the channel, and you won't miss any of the what I consider to be passable content here on YouTube. And of course, we do Unboxing Thursdays here every week. I want to give a big thank you to all of the channel members who support and are watching tonight. And of course, you can become a channel member, support the content here, get early access to some videos, and you get to use the emojis that you see some of the people are using in the chat. And if you like, you can also give a membership to other people, give them a chance to see the benefits of being here and have fun. But again, it's good to see everyone hanging out. Last week on Unboxing Thursdays, I got to open some Pokemon packs and open some toys with the ultra talented Richie. You know him as Nose Rain on all social media. Please, if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out and give it a watch. Go give Richie a follow. And tomorrow here on the channel, Friday, I finally finished episode 5 of my show Hunting Around, where I go to a Toys R Us here in Canada and I go toy hunting. I was very fortunate. My friends, the Enablers, were here visiting, so edited that episode. Most of it was unusable. It was like, at the end of it, it's like, well, you know what, you be the judge tomorrow. So I'm going to release that tomorrow. Hopefully you can all tune in and check it out. But most importantly, tonight's guest is also very talented toy photographer, has been doing it for a while, but he seems very talented in a lot of stuff, like making videos and streaming, but we're going to talk about all that stuff. He's a big video gamer. Please welcome to the show. You may know him from the ACBA podcast and his own channel as well. Please give a warm, buttery welcome to the one and only Pancheezey.
Whoa, what a warm welcome. Thank you, my friend.
Is it warm and buttery?
Sure, we can call it buttery.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Dude, thank you for being here.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, my friend. A long time dream. I was here among the crew of the ACBA podcast, but now I'm happy to hog the spotlight all on my own.
Yes.
It feels incredible. I'm just happy to be here.
You don't have to, hang out with the other guys. It's all you.
Absolutely.
You cut the dead weights. They're gone.
Your words, not mine.
That's what we were. That's what you said in the back room. But
okay. Yeah, legal DM. All right. Okay.
It's not. Dude, thank you for being here. You're always a great supporter of the channel and always super kind with everything. But I get to see some of the cool things that you do over the years, and recently we're hanging out with some other enablers, and I'm like, yeah, I think it's time. You were on with the group before, but let's do this. Pancheezey, let's open some toys.
Ooh, I love to see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Very excited.
For people who may not follow the internet's a big place if they don't follow you or the ACBA podcast and things like that. What kind of toys are you into collecting? What fuels your toy photography? What inspires
Yeah.
you?
What a big question that was.
Very broad question.
I know. Yeah. My main line is Dragon Ball SHF. Is literally my favorite line of all time. I 100% that entire line. I'm fully Stockholmed in right now. It helps that the figures are nice, but I'm just waiting for them to pull that little bit of BS, and then I'm there. I feel like that happened with this newest exclusive from New York Comic Con, the Broly. I hate that thing, but I'm still gonna buy it anyway. That's not the question. Yeah, man. Dragon Ball SHF is my main line. I really love imports, but like I really mess with like Marvel Legends and domestic line stuff too. I bought a McFarlane figure the other day. Can you believe it?
Whoa.
Whoa. It was on clearance though. It was a clearance haunt. So it is what it is. But yeah, I collect basically everything, which is, a crutch in my cross to bear, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. And what kind of properties do you like?
Oh my god.
Anime, the big stuff.
Again, like everything. I don't know. It's so weird. Like I'm one of the, I'm like all the worst characteristics of a pop collector, except I don't collect pops. So like I'll just anything that like I liked or anything that's like special to me or whatever, I'll go ahead and I'll grab. I like to have like at least one representation of like something I liked in my life as in like plastic form. I think that
makes sense.
That's really cool. But mostly it's like it's anime. Mostly it's Dragon Ball. And then and then anime from there. And then like Marvel and DC stuff. And then stuff will like trickle on downwards. It easily gets into the territory of degeneracy. Like when that company released that Where's Waldo figure, of course I had to get that for no discernible reason whatsoever. But
because I've searched for Waldo a couple times when I was younger. You're like, oh, I need that.
Yeah, just true degeneracy, basically.
I mean, I feel like you're touching a nerve there for me, actually. I kind of feel that. But hey, man, first of all, that shirt is fly as hell. Thank you for dressing up tonight. That's super
print.
cool. Yeah, and we're gonna say hi to the chat real quick, but before that, what kind of stuff are you opening tonight? What have you got?
My goodness. I have a bevy of beautiful figures to open up tonight. I got quite the motley screw. I got a bunch of Pokemon stuff. I got this new 3-pack, which is like these boys right here. I've been saving this. I got a Figma Gloria in the mix, baby, and I'm gonna open this right here. I got Zapdos. I haven't opened up Zapdos yet. And then let's see, I got Lugia in the mix as well. I just got that. And then the cream of the crop, baby, always rising to the top, courtesy of Fobster 360. I got all of San Diego Comic-Con's Dragon Ball SH Figure Arts exclusives. Have not even cracked these open. I decided let's go ahead and christen them on Toying Around, baby. Let's go.
In the reusable bag. I love it.
I love it.
I love it. I recently it's weird. Pokemon's one of those things that I never kind of caught on to. And then only now, after having kids and they're all over it, I'm like, okay, now I have an excuse to buy these toys. Yeah. Half of those characters you just showed, I have no idea who the hell they are.
That's beautiful.
But the toys, I get to buy them, and if they suck, I'll give them to the kids or throw them on that shelf.
That's the move. That's the reason I'm having kids, actually, to be quite honest.
Yes, for the gift cards for the baby shower. Because we got like Babies R Us gift cards, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we'll get some diapers. Diapers are kind of expensive. We'll get at Walmart. I'm gonna go get some figures over
Hell
here,
yeah.
and then that's how you mathematically, as a family, balance the books.
Beautiful. I was just put on to how expensive baby formula is 2 weeks ago. I had no idea.
And isn't there a shortage of that
There's
in
a
America?
mad
Or
shortage here.
yeah,
It's frankly inexcusable, but it is what it is.
hmm. Maybe I'll export some down there. I have some connections. The Butter Nation baby formula ring. Oh no. in buttery trucks going down to America. Chat, let me know which toys that Pancho has tonight that you're excited to open up. Which ones are you most excited for? I'm assuming the Dragon Ball stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like the Dragon Ball stuff is so I'm so disassociated with these exclusives just because 9.9 times out of 10, it's just stuff I already have, just repainted. Like whatever. And then now they're doing this. This is a whole rant. Now they're doing all this metallic nonsense, and like it doesn't even feel like you're getting a new figure. It just feels like you're getting a funny recolor. So I don't know. I'm like an old man when it comes to this stuff because like I just remember back in like 2011
Oh boy.
when you got like anime colors, and now it's just like metallic. Anyway, it is what it is. It's probably Figma Gloria, maybe. Just it's a so. I'll excuse your ignorance. This is an extremely hard to find Figma, and I got this for $40 on eBay. I couldn't believe my dumb luck. So I'm very excited.
A waifu?
This could be a waifu if you're into questionable dating habits. She's pretty young, so probably not.
I immediately regret asking that question.
All right.
But we're here to hang out for a bit. There's a lot of people here as well to hang out with us, and let's want to go through the chat real quick and see who's here tonight.
Let's go.
Toy Box of Doom was a little bit early, very early. Thank you for being here, man. High School Creations, a channel member. What's up, Mike? Says, is this the line?
Can I just really quick say how funny Mike is? It's unbelievable how funny this dude is. It's unreal. Like that preview you put out for Hunting Around, I cackled loudly in my office. Like it was unbelievable. He is so funny. I love Mike.
There's like we weren't funny at all except for Mike. Mike was just I don't think he was trying to be on, but he was just on. And I'm like, I'm editing and I'm like, this is all Mike. Everyone's gonna love Mike. People who don't watch Enablers and they tune into this, like now I get it why people are like, Mike's my favorite enabler. I'm like, oh, I see it now. Because I'm always biased towards myself, obviously. Channel members Sam Brock, Dom Muchiciato, Bearded Builds, thank you for tuning in. Koopa Steve is here, catching a live. Nix Figs, Nightmare Nemo. I think that's a new name. Thank you for tuning in. I don't like these lights.
Oh no.
I don't like my ISO. All right.
Camera speak for all casuals in the chat. I'm just joking.
Thank you for mansplaining on my behalf, because I would have said that. I was occupied, but I would have taken care of that myself. Thank you. No, Norrin Radicals is here. Paul Morales, Not You Toy, thank you for being channel members here on the YouTubes. Win or Lose, Matt Logic, same to you as well. Happy Thursday. Thanks for tuning in. Oof, welcome back, Mr. Ryan Clark. Happy Thursday. Happy Toys Day to you. Toy Rensu, a lover of pizza crust. Oh, God.
Hell yeah.
What? This is gonna be an early stream. I am Micah. Welcome back. Haven't seen your name in a few weeks, I think, but good to see you again. Eddie Rodriguez, thank you for tuning in. Ghost Dog, DOGG. Dwayne Shoots Toys, Legendary Poser, Val A. Good to see you again. Boo Cat 796 Studios. What's up, Mario? Says we're in the mix. Nightmare Nemo. A lot of new names tonight.
Hey,
Tim Smith.
Haven't heard that guy. Haven't heard from that guy in a while. Hell yeah.
That's a name I haven't heard. Tim Smith, Captain McKay Random, Matthew Toy, another channel member. What's up, man? Clockwork Orgy, Sid Vicious Toys, Toy Malarkey. Thank you so much for sharing this on your socials and everyone who did that as well. Really appreciate that. That helps get the message out there that we're live tonight. Jamichael Johnson, what's going on? He's always hitting you. Like that's the name that I hear from whenever I think of you reading out a super chat. It's like, Jamichael Johnson hit us with.
What a fantastic name. Shout out to his parents, dude.
Absolutely. Haunter Dreams with the knives out for the Tuesday crew. Clockwork Orgy. Yes, thank you for being here. Let's see. A lot of everyone mingling in the chat. Good to see that. Time for hot food takes.
Oh, really? Let's go.
Like takes on hot foods versus cold foods, or like hot takes on foods.
Oh yeah,
we already got into it.
Very on brand to what you just said. Here's a hot take on cold food. Virtually anything that is served hot, I will eat cold and probably enjoy it more. Like
enjoy it more?
If it's maybe not more, if the same, if not maybe a little more, I don't know. Like if it's left over in the fridge and like it's 2 a.m. and I'm too out of it to turn on a microwave, like I'll just eat it. Like I don't know.
Turn on a microwave. It's just a door.
I don't know. These are hypotheticals. Like
it's your hypothetical. What?
Yeah, man. Like I'll just eat like Chinese takeout. I'll eat cold. A lot of people don't mess with cold rice. I love rice in all shapes and forms, so I'll do it.
Cold
Rat Tyler just says cold hot pocket. Probably not. No, I don't know. Not a frozen one for sure. That's just...
cold and frozen are different. Like what if you? Yeah, that's a whole different thing. Oh my goodness. We have Birds in Boxes says, "Hey Pancho, you were killing it, bro." Yes,
incredible.
You are.
Thank you. I've joined the club. I'm killing it, baby.
Darren Schaffer, thank you for being here. RMD Collective, Going Geek, thank you Bjorn for tuning in. What's up, man? Over on Twitch, you know Bjorn, right?
Yeah, Bjorn's the man. I talk to Bjorn every day.
Yes, that's right. Perfect. Jackaroo loves you.
Yo, that is a real life friend invading this space.
Like a non-toy friend?
No, he's like super into like the doll scene. Like he just got like the Trixie Mattel doll, and I'm like super jealous of that. So like he's like super into that stuff, and that's like a scene where I wish I could be in, but like I'm already stacked too much.
That's cool. 80s baby is here. What's
up? If I have a daughter, then that's my in. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's your in. That's perfect reason. You got to use those kids when they're younger and cute to get as much stuff as you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Bjorn says, "Can I request Creep by Radiohead once again by the guy behind you?" We're going to talk about your friend back there in a few minutes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
All he knows is Wonderwall. So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Oh God. It's that kind of stuff. Pock Photos with the super chat. Thank you so much.
Incredible stuff.
Says, "What's up, fellas?" Shout out to Kuya Nightwing.
Kuya Nightwing in the mix. Do you know that inside joke or no?
No,
this is your first time hearing it. I love this. I love explaining this to people. So McFarlane put out a Nightwing figure where he was like, Hawk has got to help me out on this. I think he was infected with like laughing gas or something, but he looked like the Joker. He was like a Joker eyes Nightwing. But the way whoever sculpted his head, this guy looks like a Filipino dude, like dead ringer for just like a Filipino guy. So I just started calling this guy Kuya Nightwing.
Even with like, Joker face?
We gotta look it up. You gotta look it up. McFarlane, Joker, Nightwing, maybe? I don't know.
McFarlane. And what are the characteristics?
You know what? I don't know. It's just
Can't be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, because that just seems like, flag on the plate right there. I can't be saying shit like that. This thing?
you're like 3 degrees separated. You're fine.
Yeah, okay, fine. Because we all look the same anyway. It's a joke because we don't. All right, here we go. And I'm gonna get to the rest of the super chats. This dude?
That is it, bro. Tell me this does not look like, I don't know. This looks like a Filipino dude. This looks like somebody that's showing up to the party with like lumpia or something. Like, bro.
Is that what he's holding? Lumpia?
Yeah, 2 long ass lumpias spray painted black.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm telling you. This looks like a Filipino dude. This looks like a guy on like Omegle or something that you just come across and he'll try and like sing to you or something. I don't know. I'm getting very, very deep specifics here.
This is very specific. There's a lot of references there where, like Lumpia is as far as I'll go. And I think win or lose. No, sorry, Torbensu said something about playing basketball in flip flops. That's all I know. And we're just gonna stop it right there. Canceled 23 minutes into the stream.
There you go.
Toy
Apology
Migos,
tour.
thank you. Apology tour. Oh yes, fan of the show for real.
Hello there.
Toy Migos, thank you for the super chat. Says Pancho encouraged me to steal my daughter's bluey car from her. Oh, is it
New Harness?
You've been posting a lot of 112 scale and relatively close passable vehicles. Is that what's going on here?
6-inch-ish garage.
Oh no. Why'd you have to add garage?
There's a bunch of cars.
Fine. And of course, Bjorn with the super chat.
Thank you. Far too kind.
You love it.
Educate this old man on Why did I read this? What? Thank you. I guess I don't have to read all super chats, Bjorn. This is insulting. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not gonna front like I know everything.
That's it. Just
Go
be true
ahead.
to yourself, my friend.
Yeah, Bjorn, take that super chat. Thank you, sir. Love you, man. Nick's Fix says R.I.P. Toys R Us in America.
Oh no.
Poor little coffee. No, not on my carpet, but watch the videos and you can live through there. Doombot 9000 is here. Thank you, everybody. High School Creations. Let's see. There you go. A little hate for you if you're getting too comfortable. We have Finn in the chat. Legendary Poser. Tony Collector 10. Thank you for these channel members being here. Bean 2099. Damn, everyone's showing out for you, man. Rad Toyologist. Sketches Toy Corner. Channel member Kirby Kai. Yoko's here. Yoko says, I don't mind if you edit me out completely for the video tomorrow. No, there's some gold in there. From you. Obi-Wan Chingones. Luis Renato Krigo. AI's Collectibles. Tommy K. I think I'm almost there. Relatable Fix 916. The chat is blowing up. Nick's Figs, thank you.
You're generous.
So, no head? Called out of work for this. Just another inside joke, or is
the no head is like, I don't even know where to begin to explain this. There's this very, very like famous Vine of this guy who's on the phone and he's just going like, so no head, and then he takes his phone, he throws it on the ground, and he like snaps his skateboard in half. So we just say that on the podcast literally all the time, and we just to the point where like I try and make so no head jokes at home all the time, and my wife Rebecca hates that shit. So sorry, I don't know.
Can't imagine why.
So we were watching Halloween Wars today, and then somebody was like, I got to make this pumpkin head. And like, I look at my wife and I was like, you got to say it. She's like, I'm not saying it. I was like, so pumpkin head? And she's like, no, I'm not playing your game.
Because once she starts, then that's like a green light for you to keep going. So I get it.
That's it.
Man Beast Boy in the house. What's up, DK? What's going on, man? Thank you for being here. good to see you. I know this is precious Call of Duty time for you, but might be a little bit early. Let's see. I think that's it. We're almost there. Oh, shoot. Another one. Hunter Dreams. Much love.
Thank you. Far too kind.
I'm here to simp for Pancho. I'm all for it.
The love is mutual, my friend.
Yes, there's a lot of buzz and excitement for your appearance tonight, and I am not embellishing. What's up, Sonny? Oh my God! If you haven't seen this yet, go check out Sonny's video on YouTube. He auditioned to be a celebrity MC for Hasbro's PulseCon. Somehow, he didn't get the gig, but you got to watch this audition.
It's that meddling guy from Holes that is stealing the thunder from everybody.
I mean, Sonny, I think they're just not ready. They're just not ready for how perfect you are for that role. Hopefully next year, man. But yeah, definitely go check out Sonny. Hilarious dude. I think it's time to invite Sonny back on the show soon time too. Mr. Jones in the chat, the very talented, very generous, super nice Mr. Jones is here. 6-inch-ish garage. Oh my God. Speaking of X-Men, what's up, Sonny? You gotta watch that video. Met in the house. B Rivera, Boocat, Joseph Joker. Oh, all right. We're caught up. Look at all the love for you in the chat, man. This is awesome.
It's love for both of us, brother. Don't even get it twisted.
Oh, and CJ taught me if you have to go to the toilet, it's the CR comfort room.
CJ's the man.
CJ is the man. Damn, thank you everyone for being here. Jelly Bun, I see you. Just popped into the chat. If you have a second, hit the thumbs up and let everyone know. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what's going on. I have some toys that I want to open tonight. I've been watching this. This is my first toy from Nota Studios. They also have a side company that's with 2 T's and 2 A's. This is a dude who's dressed in, I call it Chinese New Year, but it's the Lunar New Year for other non-Chinese, obviously. And I wasn't going to get it. I was going to wait for my year, but it was 10 years out. So I'm like, who knows if they're even going to be around in that time? So I'm looking at this dude and I'm like, oh, my wife is Year of the Tiger. Okay, so that's how I talked myself into that one.
It's the mental gymnastics, dude. That's how you know.
What a sick man. So he's got like a whole bunch of cool accessories related to the Lunar New Year, Year of the Tiger, and I feel like I'm not going to take any photos, but I just want to have it. This is, what line is this called? Articulated Select by Jazwares. A Charizard.
Select Charizard. That's an incredible Charizard.
I've heard that, you know, when this first came out, everyone was like, this is a great figure.
It's like, it's the worst performing team in the league, just killing it for 1-in-1 game only.
I don't even know what that means, but okay. Tim Smith says, shout outs to Fabio. He brought me to the channel, fell in love with Thursday night unboxing. Shout outs to Fabio, man. And you too, Tim. Thank you for being here. We have Power Rangers Lightning Collection In Space Phantom Ranger.
Let's go. I have one that
awesome.
I should open too. We should open both of ours at the same time.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that. And a friend of the channel, Innocent, was very generous. He heard I needed this bath piece for my Build-A-Bear. So he sent over the entire figure, and now my one-leg bear will become, dead. Hopefully,
let's go.
2-legged at the end of the stream. And I got this earlier this week. I couldn't wait. I did a live unboxing-ish. It is the NECA Usagi Yojimbo.
That's beautiful.
Super fun. Thank you to Vern's Hobbies for picking that up. Chat, did you guys say what you wanted to see Pancheezey open first, or me? What are you excited for in the chat? But go ahead. If you're opening toys as you're watching this, join in on the fun. It's great. It's great to know that we're all doing this together. What are you doing? What are you going with first?
I'll open. What are you gonna open? That Charizard?
Yeah,
I'll open the Zapdos. They're both select figures, so
perfect.
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna get a knife. I mean, were you deep with Pokemon since the beginning?
Oh yes.
What was that laugh? Like, oh, you sweet summer child.
Exactly. Yes. I remember I was in the 2nd or 3rd grade when Pokemon came out, and my cousin had a bootleg imported cart, and it was all in Japanese. I didn't understand a thing that was going on, but it was cool. And then I think a year later, or like 6 months or something, it came out. Like I saw it like at a Kmart, and I couldn't believe my eyes. So so I've had it like I've been playing Pokemon like forever.
Awesome, man. I wish I could say the same, but you know what? I that didn't happen. I'm just gonna own it, and I'm just gonna figure out what's going on at the.
Well, I'm interested to know why. Why not? What was it about it that was like, when you first heard about it? What was it that was like, you know what? It's not for me.
I don't know. I don't know. What year would this have been?
This was 96 in the States, or 97.
It's weird that I never even kind of caught onto it when I was in Hong Kong. Was it out in Asia years before that, or around this?
No, it was out for like a year or something before it was localized. So it was pretty much worldwide, basically, at, at the same time.
Yeah, because like there's stuff like Dragon Ball and Power Rangers, where obviously that was in Asia before, and I had toys like Saint Seiya. I had these toys, and I brought them over when we moved here, and then they came here, right? So I'm like, oh, I didn't even know I had this stuff, but I don't know what it was with Pokemon. It was just 97 in the States, says a bunch of people. So I don't know. Maybe I wasn't with the right group of people who were into that stuff.
Okay. It's pretty, you know what? Like Pokemon was such it was like a phenomenon for sure, but you had to be like in that kind of group. Like if you weren't into video games, then maybe you weren't as susceptible to like Pokemon as other people, but then like the show was on all the time. And then like so were the cards and stuff, but the cards were only appealing if like you played the game or watched the show. And I kind of feel like with the cards, you, especially back then, you had to like you almost even had to be into the games, because the art was so wild and off model in some of those cards that like you kind of get these cards and you're like, what the hell is this? This is not what I see on WB Kids.
Dude, compared to some of the art that I see now, I'm like, when the kids get packs, I made a post last week. I'm like, oh, this art looks really good. I'm taking these. This is my dad tax. I'm gonna take like the trainer gallery that I got, and I'm like, these are beautiful and it's cool. It takes the whole window of the card, I guess, or the entire card. So I'm like, yeah, this is what I gotta get my taste, right? You gotta kick up to me. But yeah, I don't know why I never got into it.
It's okay. It's fine. You're into it now. It's no big deal.
Yeah, when everything is more expensive. At least there's cool toys that we can enjoy.
Yeah, man. The landscape for Pokemon figures, especially articulated figures, is like a completely different animal, like right now. If you just go like I'm trying to, for a while, like back in the beginning of the year, I was going back and getting a lot of, it's incredible. I was going back and getting like a lot of like trying to get in scale Pokemon for 6-inch figures, or like the Figma scale or whatever. And a lot of those older Pokemon figures that were just like little figurines, non-articulated, some of those
Mhm.
work. Like some of the smaller ones, like especially Gen 1, like Pidgeys and Rattata has like a really nice in scale one. There's like a Shelder that's really nice, and a Horsey and stuff. But like um everything back then was 2 inches tall. It doesn't matter if it was like a Caterpie, which is like a little bug, it's like a little caterpillar, or a Charizard. They were literally both the same size in that line. So it was rough back then, man.
Oh, so they're running on the McFarlane method where everything is
Yeah,
7 inches.
you could say that for sure.
Did you see that thing? I saw today. There's a box set. It's like the Bat family. So there's Batman, Nightwing, Barbara, Tim, and Damien, and then of course that Damien Robin. He's like the same height as everyone,
It's a
but
travesty.
he's a kid. So it's someone just stretched it out, and there's like a whole lineup of them standing together. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
It's wild. You know, on my stream, like I'll give McFarlane a lot of credit for sure. I know on the ACBA podcast, it's just like we're jumping this cat in every single week. But like you know, for what it is, he's really out there doing his thing. But when it comes to scale, there's no excuse.
It is commendable, but it's not perfect. But
Yeah.
I mean, since I started doing unboxing 2 years ago, I think the second episode was when the Azrael figure came out from the Sean Murphy comics, and I'm like, this is a beautiful looking figure. Like, how do you do this many figures at this price point with this kind of paint all the time? And then there's all the repaints and the gold editions and silver editions and scale and articulation, but it's still like how many characters, or not characters because it's all Batman, but how many figures is he putting out in a year?
Yeah, he's just out there just doing everything possible. It's unreal.
Dude, I like this.
It's so good, dude. Like SH Figure Arts, so a long time ago when D Arts existed, they put out a Charizard, and then D Arts was it a subsidiary of SHF or something? Anyway, it was absorbed or whatever, and then SHF re-released that Charizard. And so like for a long time that was like the gold standard of Charizard figures. And I believe it still is, but like this Jazwares Charizard for $20, $20 US, that is. I don't know how much it is over up there. 35? How much is it over there?
Something ridiculous, probably.
But like,
dude, I got Greninja and I forget his name, Raekwon, for like $7.
Raekwon! Yeah!
They were on clearance at Target. Even my son knows how to pronounce his name properly. I don't even know.
Raekwon, though. Bro, I'm calling him Raekwon for the rest of my life. I love that.
There you go.
I love it. Let's go. Yeah, I haven't even opened up my Raekwon either. I got him in the other room. Maybe I'll open him up. I'll
open up
Quan,
a Raekwon.
Whatever.
Yeah. And then it looks like Super 7 is gonna have a ODB Ultimates or something, and then you just
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw a little preview.
All right, look, we have Mike says sold, hunting for I mean, I think we had it at Toys R Us when we were hunting, Mike.
I think you'll be able to find Charizard around here. I'm sure Rivers Avenue Target is just riddled with Pokemon stuff. So check that out, Mike. We live in the same town for people at home.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like very specific Target.
But yeah,
aisle 7 in
yeah. Yeah, that Charizard is it really like made waves because it stood like toe to toe with this $80 import Charizard. And it's a better size too, because the SHF Charizard is pretty small. And
is he supposed to be this big?
Well, so like, you know, the thing with Pokemon now is like, you know, you could be like a scale snob with Pokemon all day, but like thanks to games like Arceus, which is like the newest Pokemon game that came out, like, and it's been in lore for a little bit before too. but Arceus was like the first time that they really like put it out there. Pokemon could come in like different sizes, like no matter what. So I mean, just like the same way that like I can own a Labrador and you can own a Labrador, but like both of our dogs are separate sizes or something like that. I mean, I don't have to explain to you how animals work, but
Oh, you're just on a mansplaining roll tonight.
sorry. But like, yeah, man, like the old Charizard was pretty small, but this one is like way better. Like you have a lot of like people who go by like the Pokédex like heights for a lot of Pokemon. Then you have people who only really care about how they appeared in like the anime or in some of the games and stuff. So it's whatever. Just buy whatever Pokemon you want. If it's huge, who cares? I have like an Eevee that's like the same size as this Figma Gloria. I just use it as like my huge Eevee, which is like an alpha Eevee, is what they call in like Arceus. Like alpha Pokemon are like huge, overgrown Pokemon. So
That sounds awesome. Maybe I should get. But there's a new game coming out, right?
yeah, Scarlet and Violet are coming out later this year, but that's like a whole new region with like new Pokemon. You should jump in, man. You have a Switch, right?
I'll get
Come in.
Arceus. Yeah, I have a Switch. It's connected
Hell
to my Wi-Fi right now for the last 3 years. I haven't touched it. Yo, Nico Hodge in the chat. What's up, man?
What it do, baby?
Thank you for being here.
Nico's a man.
Koopa Steve, thank you so much for the super
Hello
chat.
there.
My favorite legendary is Raekwon from the block.
There you go.
I can't be the only one who said it wrong. This
Yeah,
way.
I'm sure you're not.
This way.
I love Raekwon. I cannot get over how
I
funny.
think because I said Rayquaza or something.
Well,
the
that's the
first time I
name.
opened it, or Rayquaza, and then someone's like Raekwon, what? And they were on my ass for saying a Pokemon name wrong. Please, that's not the worst mistake I've ever made.
That's true.
But yo, you posted this photo earlier this week, and
What is it? Oh, okay.
this thing, absolutely killer. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I kind of want like an outdoory diorama like this, right? If
Oh,
just putting some greenery and outdoor floors, ground is what it's called when it's outside, and for like for more like different shots that I feel like I'm gonna do but never actually do it. But man, go check out Pancheezey's account. I'm sure you guys are all already following, but if not, there's some fantastic photos there. The reason that there is a skeleton, should we talk about the skeleton since I have this up right now?
let's go. Let's talk about skeleton. I call him
This skeleton.
Wardell. Every skeleton I get is named Wardell.
And you went out, bought this thing
I did.
just for this photo.
I did. I sure did. And it was worth it. Let me tell you.
I mean, I see two good uses for it right now on my screen, and I feel like it's paid off already.
Oh, absolutely. And like my wife is like super into Halloween, so this was a easy pass. I rolled up to the house with this thing in the front seat, and I'm like, "Check it out! I got a skeleton." She's like, "It's in the
She's
seat.
like,
This is incredible."
You got home so quick. You're like carpool lane, man.
That's it.
That's fantastic. Cap Lives, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Chad Kinsler, Rick2345. What's up? And Eddie Rodriguez is in the chat. Figure fan Nate. Hell yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. Yeah, so is this the same diorama that you used for the Android shot?
Yeah. My dioramas get a lot of miles out of them because I have so few.
No dio, no problem, man.
That's it. Yeah, this diorama, I made this out of like you can go to is there Hobby Lobby and like Michael's and stuff up there? I don't know, dude. I'm so sorry. I'm so ignorant. I lived in Canada for a year. And I've no idea.
Every time, like we were driving last month, and Mario's like, "You guys have Home Depot?" I'm like, yeah, of course.
Incredible. Yeah. So like those, Hobby Lobby and Michaels both sell like obviously fake plants and stuff. And they're having this huge sale on all their fake plants where like potted rearrange like or prearranged plants were like 90% off or something insane like that. And they have like these little faux like circular bushes, and they're all it is just a ton of these little grass parts right here. You probably get a better look at the grass parts in that first photo you showed. But yeah, it's just made up of like a bunch of them, and they ended up being like they're huge too. They're like maybe again 6-ish inches in diameter. uh and it's just the whole thing is covered in these little fake plants, and they come in like different styles too. So I ended up buying like a ton of them, and I just like took them out. They're all like squished into like foam. So I ended up taking a bunch, and then I made this diorama with it, and I think I have enough left over to make another one. But that's really all you need. You just need some pink foam and some like fake plants, and you're good to go, dude.
What is happening here? Are the plants in the back left corner blended with the ones on the front?
So actually, hold on. I have the diorama right here. This is like a baking show. I actually have it prepared. Hold on one second. I'll grab it.
This is how you make it, and this is what it should look like when it's done. Rick2345, thank you so much for the super chat.
You're generous.
Says for Wardell and the boys. Thank you so much.
That's Rick from the podcast, baby.
Absolutely, man. What's going on, Rick?
Yeah, so here it is. This is my little diorama. So it's like a road, basically. So what you're seeing is there's like a section of grass back here. There's a section of grass right here. There's like a little road, some rocks and stuff up here. I made this diorama for Pokemon. So that's why like the grass is like arranged in this way, because in the games, like you have like little weird square patches of grass everywhere, completely normal. But so I wanted to have
that's real.
I wanted to have like a space in the middle to where if you put something here and you shoot it at an angle, you get like a nice sense of depth, because you have foliage in the foreground and foliage in the background. You have more back here, and then like I have other strips of like this type of landscape that are maybe like 3 inches tall by like 10 inches wide or something, and they have foliage in it too, in case I want to place more foliage in the background or in the foreground or anything like that. It's basically how you make
this photo's killer. It looks like a art, like someone painted this.
Whoa, which
Android
one? What are you talking about? Oh, that? Whoa, that's so nice. Thank you.
No, for real. Like the grass, the foliage, and the backdrop blended together with the light hitting, and of course all the bright colors. Man, this is absolutely like just killer stuff, dude.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so nice. You're so nice, Kevin.
I'll get used to it. That's all for tonight.
Yeah, man. Like I put this picture up, and like I was shooting it, and I was shooting like a bunch of these photos, and I was like, you know what? This isn't really working. And then I was like, all right, I guess I'll just use the last one I took. And then I posted it, and like people love it. And I'm like, all right, cool. This is great. This is incredible. It's funny how that works out.
I mean, that's just the pure kind of artistic side of it, right?
Guess so. Yeah. That like you're not a true artist if you don't hate your own stuff.
Bjorn, what the hell is this disrespect?
Incredible.
That's what he's doing in the background.
Out of pocket at all times as Paul. Every moment.
Mike says you need to do more dioramas. Yeah, man. That thing's super nice.
Thanks, man. And Mike is the best at dioramas too. This is incredible.
We have C. Dwight Olivier Chief in the chat. Thank you for being here. 78 is here. What's up? Raekwon. Yeah.
Raekwon. Hit the Quan.
I feel like Bjorn had this ready. Like, who can do that?
How
Come
could
on.
he?
Bjorn, why don't you take that photo with an actual action figure, and you can do a Enablers album cover
Let's
shop.
go.
Right? That's it. Right? You're like 90% there. Just
And when is the deadline for that contest, Kevin?
October 13th. So
Let's
it's
go.
normally the first week of the month for Enablers, where we review those photos. But due to NYCC being the first week there, we're going to push it to the Enablers episode to the second week so that everyone can come on. But you can still enter into the photo contest, which we do every month. And this month's theme is recreating album covers with action figures, pop toys, statues, whatever is your thing. Just make a cool photo of it. You can use kind of any method you like. The hashtag is enabler_an album cover. I saw you guys discuss this on the podcast. Someone was pronouncing it wrong. They were definitely saying it wrong. But and then Fabio just brought it up so he can plug his own photo. I remember that.
I love it. The next week, I cannot tell you how many times I'm tempted to just when I'm going over like highlights of the week. I cannot tell you how many times I'm so tempted to just go. And this next one is from a great guy named Pancheezey and just show my own stuff. But like the more weeks go by, the more like disassociated that joke would be. So it's
yeah,
fun.
You have to keep it running every week because he was like, "Oh, look at all these great entries. Oh, look, here's my photo."
Yeah, why not?
Like you knew it was there. But it's still a great photo. But there's a lot of amazing entries. This one, for example, is one of my favorites. Kendrick Lamar replaced with the turtle van. And hopefully this works to see all the photos next week. Maybe you have to follow. But, it's some cool stuff. Plasty has been killing it. Dom in the chat, hello there, Toys, putting up crazy photos as usual. But Plasty's gone so far. Like he's done so much. He's started a whole IG account and constantly putting out new album covers. And it's just super cool to see people kind of inspired or get involved in this, which is kind of the driving force behind doing something like this, just to get people into toy photography. Oh, I didn't like this, but that kind of leads into, why don't you talk about this real quick? There's another, if you have time for more than one theme or challenge this month.
Sure.
What's going on here?
Yeah, man. October, super great. I love it. Great. I don't know. October is a month, is basically Inktober, but for toy community people.
Right.
For like years and years, I've seen my friends and I've participated in like Inktober as well. And for a long time, I really wanted to do something like that for the toy community. So like 2019, I talked to like the rest of the guys at ACBA about, doing something like that for figures. And they gave me the green light. So I put this together, and I was literally shocked that anybody participated in 2019, but like it's blown up. I hate to sound like like weird about it, but
you're just really being humbling. A little bit Fabster about it. That's all.
I know. It's really humbling to hear that like this is a lot of people's like favorite ACBA event of like the year, when like compared to like Summer Shots, and which used to be like which is like my favorite event of the year as well. So like hearing people compare it to Summer Shots, which is something that's been going on for like forever, is like really nice and really humbling. So every year we come up with a bunch of these prompts. It's 30 days. So in case you're completely new to the concept of like Inktober, anything like this, it's a month-long challenge where every day is a new theme, and you can post a picture and with these themes every day. If you want, you can be a maniac and shoot this picture on the day of, which is what I do because I'm a certified insane person. But the main point of October is to basically just get in the habit of taking pictures, basically. So a lot of people in the hobby, I've noticed, myself included, will go through like phases where they don't take photos for a long time, or they just kind of like get out of the mix or something like that. And the only time a lot of people come out of like retirement as well is whenever like a contest comes around or something like that. But contests are only like 3 or 4 themes, if that at most. So October is a really great event to kind of like get you motivated to shoot every day, basically. And of course, like if you want, October is all about doing stuff at your own pace. You can shoot these days in any order. A lot of like we released the prompt list, I want to say like a week ago or whatever. So there have been a couple of people who have been shooting way ahead of schedule and they're just waiting to post it, which is another incredible way to, do the event. Yeah. Dom right here. I'm almost done with all of his stuff. Yeah, I've seen a couple people say that. So yeah, that's super great. And the main thing about October is just like picking like really cool themes. And then the best part about October is posting your picture on the day of and then just seeing how everybody interprets these themes differently.
Yes.
So
yeah,
like
I love
now
that it can vary from person to person. And
Oh,
you
yeah,
see it, you're like,
absolutely.
oh, I didn't even think of that for this theme. And like I didn't went in a whole different direction.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
kind of reaction.
So like there's a couple of themes in here that are like ACBA like staple themes that have been in like contests and stuff. And like we have our own definition for it, but then like something I noticed like right off the bat, especially with the first October, Got You Covered, which is day 22 this year, but it's been a theme every single year. That's like an ACBA staple where you recreate a comic book cover with figures. But seeing everybody's different interpretation of it was like incredible. Also like White Hot, which isn't on this year's prompt list, but it was on the first October. Like obviously in like the ACBA space, that's just like a light box picture where it's just like a white infinite background, but then you see a lot of people interpreting it different ways. So it's really cool to see different people interpret these different ways, and the reach of the event is also like incredibly humbling too, because at first I thought it was just ACBA guys that would do it, but then you see people like especially like on Instagram that are part of like different toy groups or have never even heard of ACBA. They're doing stuff for October too. You see people in like Reddit and whatnot doing it, and then people on Twitter and all these different avenues. It's just really nice to see like how like far and wide it spread. So every year this is something that we put together, and it's really cool to see what everybody comes up with. It's literally my favorite event of the year. I basically don't take pictures for the rest of the year because I just burn myself out. I grind myself down like every October, every year. Last year, I was moving in the middle of October. Like, so we had until October 30th to move out of our place. I've been in this place for 10 years. So it's like my whole collection, I like had to pack up and everything. And like I have a job. So like on top of all that, I was still determined to shoot October on the day of. And like I was up until like probably 2 or 3 a.m. like every single night, just shooting and just figuring it out. But I think that's fun. So but
yeah,
of
man,
course,
it's
I'm insane.
Something we're waiting for since last year, right? So I think that's cool, man. And like you said, the reach, just get to not just like the ACBA Facebook group or people who just do that, but like people who collect in a wider scape. I'm worried about putting like an album cover on Reddit because that's going to be misinterpreted for sure.
I think that would do really great. Like I really love this. I really love like that thing that's going on right now, like the album cover thing. It's so great. I've seen so many great photos come out of that, like out of that contest. I'm like getting ready to do one too. Like I'm gonna do a Jackson 5 cover. It's their it's their ABC cover where they're posing with like huge letters that say ABC. So I routed. I'm so stupid. I routed ACBA, and I'm gonna do something dumb with that.
No, man, that makes sense. That's perfectly on brand. Definitely on brand. Blake Quammen, how are you, sir? With the
Well, here
super
we
chat.
go.
Hello there.
Thank you for the super chat. 4.99 says, shout outs to Pancheezey. You guys on Friday are always entertaining.
Thank you, man. Cannot thank
I
you
love
enough.
it, man. Yeah, check it out. Friday, you start at 8 p.m. Eastern?
Yes. Yeah, 8. Usually. I don't know. It just
Usually.
depends if Bug is getting food or whatever. I don't know. Or if
It
any of us are getting
depends if
food. I
Book
mean,
is getting food.
and there's a little behind the scenes. Like a lot of times when we start late, it's because I'm sorry, Bug. It's because at like 8:55, I'll hit everybody up in the text stream. Y'all ready to go on? Yeah, hold up. I'm just coming up. I'm just getting off the train. All right, I guess we'll just wait. But to be fair, like I do it a lot. Sometimes I do it too. Like I'll hit everybody up at like 8:40. Hey, just getting off work, so I'll be home soon.
No, I feel you, man. I just finished work 8:30 tonight, and I
There you
just
go.
got the wings out of the air fryer and I'm just eating them. They're burning my mouth. I'm like, I don't care. I gotta go. Like,
I love it. You should eat them
gotta
on the
keep it moving.
stream.
No, I want to get to these toys. I don't want to get them dirty or anything.
That's true.
This dude is awesome. I wish I could say the other ones in this line are like characters, more recognizable Pokemon for me. I'm sure a lot of people know all the other ones, but what's another one that I should look for from this line?
Raekwon is all right if you get one that will articulate well. Any of these legendary birds are incredible. My lighting is kind of harsh, but like this is Zapdos right here. He's part of he's from the first generation of Pokemon. There were 3 legendary birds in the first game. So it was Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. And then Articuno and Zapdos are out right now, and Moltres should be coming out super soon. And these are also the same price point as that Charizard.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really, really nice.
We have Mackerson in the chat over on
Let's
Twitch. Thank you
go.
for tuning in. Good to see you. Bearded Builds.
You're generous.
Yes.
Thank you for the super chat. Shout outs to my CNC brother. I didn't know that was a thing, but hey, you know, more power to all of you. Thanks, Kev, for making our Thursdays great. Oh man, thank you. We're just hanging out, not really doing anything. Oh shoot.
I'll give
Tim.
yourself enough credit, brother.
What am I really doing? What am I
don't know,
really...
dude. Yeah, like I feel like I've been meaning to say this for like years, but like your journey on YouTube has been like crazy inspiring. It's so great. From the jump, you believed in yourself at a level that nobody else has, and like
because I went on with that wild facial hair. That's why. That's what it gave that.
It radiates, man. Like I just remember, just like your energy now is the same exact from the beginning from till now. It's great. It's really great, and you're like,
man.
I cannot express how incredible hunting around is. It absolutely elevating the level of content that people in our ecosphere put out. Like you've set the bar to a level that just seems unobtainable.
Oh man. Thank you. Like that's great to hear. That's something that I was trying to do, right? Try to create something different.
Yeah.
And I just had an opportunity to do it. I just hope it's enjoyable for other people. I'm having fun making it because I get to hang out with my friends, right? And get toys at Toys R Us. Like it's like Adam Sandler making all these Netflix movies. It's like I don't care, but we're going to Hawaii. We're going all over the world, and if we're going to be paid to make a movie and do all that, that's the whole. It's like that vibe. Like we get to enjoy doing it with people that we love. So it's super super grateful for that. And thank you for the kind words, man.
Oh, of course, anytime.
Anytime. Well, looks like Pancheezey's the guest for the rest of the year because that's how I like to roll. Tim Smith, thank you for the super chat. Says, "Oh, we're getting into the food talk. Here we go. Flats or drums? Wet or dry? Wings. Yeah, I get it. That doesn't really apply to anything else. I like dry wings.
Yeah.
I also like wet if they're breaded, nice and crunchy, but also a little sauce to balance it out.
Okay.
And I couldn't care less, flats or drums, whatever.
Yeah, same here. If it's wings, I'll eat it. Like,
Yeah,
especially if it has a bone in it. I'm not a boneless.
you
That's
bone
just-
in.
Yeah, it's bone in, baby. That's what it's all about.
That's the soundbite right there. No,
That's it.
boneless is good too. I mean, I'm a
Boneless is
lazy kind of
okay.
guy. If
I
there's
mean,
an
like,
option,
they're like funky chicken nuggets.
yes, they're chicken nuggets for grown-ups.
That's
Chicken
true. I mean,
tenders, same thing.
I love it.
Bigger nuggets. But hopefully we answered your question there, Tim.
Yeah, I like same. It doesn't matter what it is. It just depends. What wet or dry? I don't know. Like, I don't like. Oh Christ! I don't like a heavy wet sauce. Like, if you hand me like some barbecue or like teriyaki wings, where like more of the sauce is like just drips, it's like running down my knuckles and stuff. Like,
Oh, knuckles! Thank God.
I'm not into that. Like, just take it down a notch, dude. But like, lemon pepper is great. Garlic parmesan is great. Jamaican jerk is great. Like, there's a lot
you
of
guys
great
have lemon
dried
pepper in
Of
America.
course. Yeah. Have you ever had lemon pepper wet? That's an Atlanta staple, my friend.
No, I
Incredible.
haven't.
Oh my!
I know of it. Yeah, I mean, bone in. That's the thing right there. I am
Gotta
Micah.
do it.
Thank you for the $5. Was there supposed to be a message to go with this? Is it a sticker or a chat? But thank you. Appreciate the love. 150 Pokemon. Yeah, my kids listen to that Poke Rap song all day long, and I still don't know all of them.
What is
Cat lives-
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
go ahead.
What is the craziest design that you've encountered where you're like, what is going on? Like, what is a Pokemon you've seen where you're like, why am I into this?
I think it's Jinx because
That's rough.
and then my wife's like, yeah, she looks like the kind of women you're into. So I don't know what that says about her.
Unless you're
But,
real.
Jinx kind of has this Mr. Popo vibe going on.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I could, I said this. Oh my God, here we go. I said this on the podcast. Like, there's a bit where I don't, what this is unhinged hour. So like, I don't want to go. I don't know how family friendly your show is, so I'm not gonna go into it. But like, there's a rhyme and reason to why Popo looks like that. But the more and more you explain it, the more sus you sound. Like, there's no like bringing like real facts or reason into this, because the more you try and explain it, why it's like not like racially motivated, the more like racially motivated you sound.
Yeah. Let's leave it at that. And leave that for some of the other leave that for your podcast.
Yeah, sure. We'll talk about it on the ACBA podcast, whatever.
There we go. He said the thing, guys. He said the thing. He said bone in.
He did it.
What's wrong with breaded? Breaded. If it's sauce, it's got to be breaded for the crunch. Rick, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. I need a little crunch.
He knows what's going on.
And the crevices and all the uneven parts of the breaded part catch all the sauce. But I don't want it to be, like you said, wet and dripping.
Heavy,
like
wet and heavy.
No, don't use heavy. I don't want to have to wipe my fingers after every wing, or like when I reach in, it's just slop.
Oh yeah. When I'm done eating wings, my fingers shouldn't be pruned. I don't like it. I didn't go swimming for half an hour. Like,
is it unhinged hour? It's only been 1 hour. You gotta get a few more in. But our dear friend Trevor 16 Shooter says, but
I love
this
it.
is the most important question: crust or no crust?
Here we go. This classic fence sitting.
Crust or anti-crust? Because you can't have no crust. Actually, no, you can. The question stands.
I like crust, but I won't eat it all the time. My wife, biggest fan of bread I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's bread and potatoes for this woman. It's crazy. So like, she has enabled me to not eat my crust. Like it's always been there in the back of my mind. Like I don't want to mess with this crust right now, but I'll eat it. But like my wife will just be all like, "You can eat that crust?" I'm like, "Nope, here you go."
The perfect pairing. There you go.
It. But like, you know, sometimes if I'm feeling it, like I'll eat the crust. It's no big deal. I like crust. But 9 times out of 10, I'll give it to my wife.
Depends how hungry I am. Then I'll eat a crust. Otherwise, let's move on to better things. Tommy, with a message from the Chicken Wing Consortium here, Big Chicken Wing, says, "There's no such thing as boneless wings. They're just chicken nuggets."
It's true.
An egregious misappropriation. The term boneless chicken wing needs to be banished. What about those techniques where they kind of like twist and they can just yank the bones out of the flats?
I love it.
They don't serve just those. I'd pay extra for that, though. Here we go. Chat. Everyone's got the important questions. Beef patties. Do you eat
Jamaican beef patty crust? I'll eat the whole thing, dog. Like, I think beef patty crusts are so little. It's not even a question if I'm gonna eat it or not. Like, who leaves the crust off Jamaican beef patties? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. What kind of monster would do something like that?
That's like if you're eating like I don't know, like a wonton or something, and you leave the crust off that. Like,
just like the little part of the top of the dumpling.
Like, why would you leave that off? I have seen people do that though. Like,
oh my
God. Mostly like 6-year-olds at like Chinese buffets. They'll just like eat the part and just like toss the rest out.
Yeah, those are the ones that are eating pizza crust at the buffet, probably.
You never know.
Gary knows exactly. This is the poker rap. He's going off. I swear he's singing this and typing it, and not a single typo somehow.
You first, man. I used to listen to that album on a repeat all the time. Shout out to my mom who just endured that for 2 years.
Yo, I'm living that right now. First thing my kids wake up, they're telling my Google, like, "Can you play this song?" It already knows. Like, the popular songs are already on the screen. They can choose it themselves. Oh my God. All right, what's the next thing we're gonna open, man? I'm gonna catch up with some of these crust lovers in the chat.
I'm opening this 3-pack right here.
Oh, let me see if I can name those without.
There's no way. There's no way.
Is that mime you? Mime something?
Well, mime you, almost.
What is it?
Mimic you.
Oh, so close. Did I mix it up with Mr. Mime?
You can say so.
I don't know what that middle one is, and the top one is Kid Gecko.
Yeah, Kid Gecko, you got it right. Kid Geico.
No, I didn't say you. Geico. That's mime you. I'm miming you. Some of those names, come on. I mean, the effort is the same level as I'm miming you. I don't know. Mimic
Very
you,
true.
close.
Very true. Yeah, it's Mimikyu, Absol, and Trico. Great little figures. This is like what you basically come to expect from the Jazware line.
Mm-hmm.
Like just little figurines, which has been like that's been the move for Pokemon figures for a very long time. They very rarely put out like articulated figures, or at least good articulated figures. Most of them have always been like little figurines. But like, I don't know, dude. I think with this Jazware line, I think it's fine. I think it's cool.
Are you getting more characters though? Like, is this a line that's giving you the biggest variety?
I would say so. Like there are other lines that give you more variety. I feel like if you're into Pokemon figures at scale with like your Figmas or SHFs or whatever, you really got to be like a jack of all trades with like all these lines. You can't just stick to one. Like you gotta like explore. Like you gotta do Jazwares, you gotta do SHF, you gotta do Gashapons, you gotta do like extremely old Hasbro figures, or just like there's like a huge and like large and broad category of like Pokemon figures that are out there. But I think for now, like in terms of like people currently putting stuff out, Jazwares is the best middle ground you'll find, because they're not only readily available, but they're like they're a very affordable price point. Like this 3-pack was like $14 or something. Which I mean, like, here we go. This is, I feel like this has been the argument all week, or for the last 2 weeks in the entire like toy ecosystem. But like ultimately it's whatever you value yourself. Like,
Wait, I've heard this.
I know, right? One articulated figure right here. The Absol is articulated. And then 2 little figurines. I don't know. I guess it is what it is. Like, I'll spend $14 on that. I don't care.
You find value in that, yes?
That's
it's
true.
Worth your money there?
I do. So now say
then we're good.
Now say this same pack was $32. Or dare I say even 40. Even though I would still like it, I'm fully aware it's not worth that.
So there's value, and then there's, I know the value isn't there, but I'll still buy it because
that's true. So here we go. Let's take the gloves off, baby. So I've been saying like all week, like, you're free to overpay for anything you want. Just know you're getting finesse. That's literally it. Like, just be okay with it. Like, I do that on a daily basis. I know I'm getting taken for a ride for the Solar Chigokin like Megazord. There's no way, like 300, like that was like 300 some odd dollars. Like,
yeah,
there's no, and even the Zap Megazord, like 150 is like pretty steep for a Megazord, especially because they put out another Megazord a year or two earlier for like I think it was $60 if you bought everything, or maybe it was 80. But like,
right.
It's a huge jump. But you know, if you're okay with overpaying for it, then it is what it is, man. It's cool. Your love of the figure outweighs how much you love saving money. It is what it is.
Yeah. It's just subjective to each person. How, you know, where's the Zap Megazord outrage? Where's that? Where are those people?
It was there.
Was there for Zap?
It wasn't as egregious as what has been happening.
No, for sure. For sure. But yo, speaking of Zap, so there's a Zap Megazord, and then the Dragon Zord is in development, and then they announced Astro Megazord last week. Here's my problem. I don't really like. That's right. I don't really care for the Zap Megazord.
Oh,
but so I passed, and I'm passing on the Dragon Zord.
Okay,
but I kind of like this Astro Megazord.
Here we go,
and
baby. We're the same person, brother.
If I don't buy this, who's gonna make one?
Nobody. Well, so Super Mini Plum made one. Have you ever messed with those? They're the model kits.
No, I haven't.
Were you scared?
But I heard those Megazords are like probably some of the best for getting a Dino Megazord.
Oh yeah, like the Super Mini Plum figures are fantastic. Like the only downside is you got to build them, and for a lot of people that's like fun, but for an even larger amount of people that is not fun.
This guy.
So like so yeah, that is a huge like offset. But like, you know, if you go through the trouble of building this thing, you have like the greatest version of that Zord, I think. Like, I even think peace, Mike, love you, brother. I think that the Dino Megazord from Super Mini Pla stands toe to toe with like the Zap. It stands toe to toe with like the Legacy version. I think it's even better. Anything that has like the old articulation scheme of like the old like Bandai toy, including like the Legacy re-release and stuff. I think those are like, just take those out of the window. Like, I think those are only valuable for nostalgic purposes only. Like in terms of like a toy that you buy, like a modern toy you buy, they're buns. So like the Super Mini Pla is like way better than that. And I think for different reasons, it stands toe to toe with the Solo Chigokin as well. Even though the Solo Chigokin is like an incredibly premium version of that Megazord, the the Super Mini Pla is like infinitely more articulated than that, and it scales with like the monsters that we're getting now. Maybe not so much like
Oh, really?
the other ones. It scales really well with Goldar for sure because
Okay.
he was closer to size than like the other Rangers. But like the other monsters we're getting now, they're like a little tall. Well, they're like a lot of tall, but like it's more like fudgeable with those. But all this to say, Super Mini Pla put out an Astro Megazord and they put out a Delta Megazord too, and they combine, which is like the most incredible thing ever.
Mhm.
So like yeah, so if you weren't to get the Zord Ascension Astro Megazord, then your only other real option is hunting down the old one or hunting down like a Super Mini Pla one.
Right. So that's the thing. If I get this Astro Megazord Zap, am I now committed to be like, well, now I got to get the Dino Megazord, and they got to all be the same? No. All right.
I don't think so. I think like I don't know. Because I mean, like I'm the same way. Like if I can help it, like I'm gonna get the Astro Megazord for sure from Zap. Like I don't see a situation where I'm not gonna get that Zord, but like I don't feel compelled to go back and get the Dino Megazord. But my circumstance is I already have the legacy version of that. I have the original version that came out as well. And I have the Solar Chigokin. So, like, do I need a fourth Dino Megazord? Like, I don't.
Yes, you
do. How many times am I going to buy this thing? And I have.
Oh, I was just counting how many I have.
Oh, I was like, what are we listening for? And like, I have another smaller 6-inch version that's like kind of hyper stylized. And then the figure that actually got me back into collecting in like 2012 or 2013 was I think it was the Robot Spirits Megazord, which is also like 6 inches tall. And it doesn't transform or anything, but like it's an import Dino Megazord. So like I have like 5 Dino Megazords. I don't need another one.
You do. I'm counting right now. I think I have 4 at the moment. But none of those articulated import ones. But yeah, okay, maybe Astro Megazord is in the mix.
Yeah, do it. You gotta do it for the culture, Kevin. For
sure. We have Iron Manual 96. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Innocent is here. Hey man, I'm gonna open up that Iron Man that you sent over. Thank you so much. And again, there you go. Model kits, they are fun. I've done a few. They take me a long time. I'm not that I don't think I'm patient enough. But why buy a full made toy when you can go get a model kit for a fraction of the price?
It's true.
Is what I've been hearing all week.
I feel like I'm too patient with model kits.
Are you?
Like it takes me forever because I'm so meticulous to like get rid of like nubs and like seam lines and stuff. Like I'll take time. I built I think I have it right here. It's so dumb. I have
why is it dumb?
a bunch of figures down here too in totes, but like I built their ride armors from Mega Man X. It's kind of, this one is missing its shoulder plate. It's in here somewhere. Here it is. But I built these. These are the ride armors from Mega Man right here. This is Vile's ride armor. And then
that's cool.
Here's Mega Man. Here's like X's ride armor too. When I was building these, I was painting and sanding and doing all sorts of like finish work to what ended up being hidden joints, like stuff you will never ever see. And like I can't do it. I mean, I can do it obviously, but like like I just
don't want to.
Forever. It takes me forever to build a kit because I'm like, I have to do that stuff. It's a sickness. I have to do it.
Come on, guys. What's this level of disrespect? After what happened with MODOK, I'm surprised Kevin has built model kits. Please.
No.
MODOK is easy. Okay, come on, that's early 22 jokes. What was that last year? Oh, jeez. Jay in the chat, what's up? Says, can I get that rundown?
That's it. Get the rundown for me. You use that in a
Oh
sentence?
man. Yeah, that's what I love watching the ACBA podcast. There's a lot of relevant references on there. Like Rick's always dropping the Seinfeld ones.
Oh my god. Was your post today a Seinfeld reference when you said Clams Casino?
Yeah, that's where I got the name from. When George ordered Clams Casino in the diner.
Really?
And then
Chef recommends.
Like, right on the Clams Casino. That's where I got it from. I'm like, that's a great rap name. Obviously, somebody else thought it was too, because there is a rapper or producer named Clams Casino.
Clams Casino.
Yeah. You say so matter of fact, obviously. Clams Casino.
Well, I mean, I've listened to a song that had Clams Casino on it, and I was like, Clams Casino, incredible name.
Chef recommends.
Chef recommends, baby.
All right, since you're here, I'm going to show you my giant ass Megazord from when I was a kid.
Oh, whoa.
Eh?
You still have your original one? He's away from the mic.
I am an only child, so when we moved, obviously I got to keep everything.
Yes.
I can't hear you right now, but I am still mic'd up. Here we go.
Look at that thing. It's on life support.
Oh, shoot. I disconnected my headphones.
Oh, no.
This room is a disaster. I can't wait till I get some time to clean up in here. But
there you go. That's yours from when you were a kid, huh?
Yeah. Everything transforms and combines.
So special. What do you think of that design with all the stuff on him?
This part?
Yeah, like the whole Dragon's Lord.
I feel like he's wearing like a skinned version, like he's wearing a mink coat on top.
Too much.
And it's just thrown on top.
It looks like he's on life support. Like he's got like
all of these come off. Yeah.
It's
but
crazy.
This is a beast of a toy for
it's wild.
However many years ago this was.
How much was this thing? This thing must have been like $30 back in the day or something.
Like 30 Hong Kong dollars?
Maybe, I don't know.
No, probably not. Like the tail here, tail's multicolored. Okay, that doesn't look right. No, YouTube, don't. I think I have the configuration of this wrong somewhere, but yeah,
a little bit.
Just a beast of a toy. Missing a horn. I think I lost the shield, Mastodon shield.
That's it. Well, that's how you know they're well loved. Is missing pieces.
Like $50 says Pack Photos. Maybe it's a
$50 even back then. That's insane.
I don't know. That's a lot of money. It came in a giant styrofoam thing, like the Sentinel HasLab, and just like a cardboard sheet that covered over. And that was it. Super cool.
I told this story last week on the podcast when we were talking about the Astro Megazord. I have vivid memories of the Astro Megazord because I think that was the last Megazord that my parents bought for me, and I love the Astro Megazord so much that like I'd kept the box and I kept everything and I would play with it, and after I was done playing with it, I'd put it back in the box and slide it under my bed. So like I have like very vivid memories of like every time I'm like, yo, it's Megazord time, baby. Like I slide the thing out from under my bed.
It's like a ceremony.
I know. I love the Astro Megazord, dude. That's one of my favorite ones.
I guess we're both buying. Like I have Zords of different brands and different scales. Like this beast, I have a Super 7 Super Cyborg, Megazord, and Dragon Zord. They're beautiful. I got whatever Hasbro. I think that one's Hasbro up there.
Oh, the combining one that came in like 3 different SKUs or whatever.
No, this thing.
What's this? Oh,
That's
that
my
guy
hair.
on the top right or whatever.
It was like
Yeah.
$15 on Entertainment Earth, I think.
What?
Clearance.
I should have, man. Me and my friends were talking about it just earlier this week, and then my friend shared a photo of it next to the Zap Megazord, and I was like, "Yo, I forgot that thing existed." I saw it like at a GameStop once, and then I said $40, and then never again. Maybe it was more than $40. It had to have been. I can't get this
All right,
stand.
we're getting that. Okay, I'm really excited. I know I've waited this long, but this
Let's
is
go.
the Nota. You got to hold the letters there. I can't read any of these Chinese words.
Fake fan.
Someone said Nota's bootlegging their own toys.
Yeah, Sonny said that earlier. Lugia, look at him go. I love it. You're huge. This is also another line. This is by Jazwares too, but it's like their mega figures, and they do different Pokemon in this line. They do a Venusaur, a Mega Venusaur, which is like by and large the best Venusaur you can buy, and it's only $20, and it scales fantastically with a lot of stuff. And like SHF's Venusaur is great too. It's just so little. But
So is that priced higher, lower than the? Was it Select? Like the
yeah, so
Charizard?
selects are $20, and the SHF Pokemon are like long gone at this point.
Yeah.
When they came out, they were probably like $60, $60 or $80. So for the price difference, it's quite a great. It's a very good value for what you're getting.
I have been on the hunt this week for either SHF or Figma Ash.
I saw.
After opening packs with Richie last week. Apart from those two, what are my options? Is there any model kits?
No,
Damn it.
unfortunately. I just don't know. I was talking to Snowcat about it also, because like she's looking for an Ash as well, but like unfortunately the aftermarket for Ash is like $300 now, which is obscene. I would never ever like. Oh man,
Smells like
what's that
paint.
smell?
Heavy nail polish smell
I love it.
or some kind of factory paint. Damn. That is pungent.
Yeah. Comes with a little red envelope. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
It'd be wild if there's money in there too. Oh my god.
Rebate
Fake money.
for your next purchase from
A coupon
GN Toys.
shaped like money.
Oh, what? No way.
That's incredible.
That is super Asian. Look at this.
Dude, that's awesome.
This smells like paint too. Oh, this is so cool. This is like the epitome of New
That's
Year's
so
cards,
cool,
man.
dude. Oh
With
my
Nota
God.
Man in there.
That's incredible. Where'd you buy this? Now I want one.
GN Toys or
GN
Giant Oi.
Oh, let's go.
Plug that real quick. No, and it was fast too. It was like 90 shipped, and it got
Oh,
here in a
whoa.
week.
Oh, whoa.
Commemoration of the Year of the Tiger. That's the only thing I can read on this card. Or N300 2022 is
Yep.
the year. Yeah, okay. So let's not embarrass and disgrace my ancestors anymore. He is upside down. Oh my god. It's
Oh,
just
no,
three
no,
pieces
no.
of 4 pieces of foam. So this is not like Mezco packaging. But that's okay.
You are. Let's go.
All right. We have some decorations for the door, banners. This giant thing is
Oh,
a kite. This is
yeah, it's gotta
cloth.
be. Oh, that's
Cloth
actually cloth.
With wood on the back.
Let's go.
Some fireworks here. Let's see. One, two, three, four.
Dang.
Effects piece.
Little effects right there. Where'd they steal that from?
Oh no! Oh no!
Whoa, look at this thing. I'm about to buy this right now, man.
Right, dude. He's got the soft goods tiger hat
Oh my god, don't tell Fabio.
that he can. You say soft goods?
Oh,
Everyone, I mean, you guys all have your brands that you apologize for.
as Bug says, we all have our realms to protect. That's what he says now.
There you go. This is this is my first Nota body figure.
That's a Nota staple. That little head art like technology there, where it's just like a cone, a little cylinder, and then the head is just like.
Dude, this guy looks awesome.
Head. I don't know. Dang, that's so cool.
Yeah, man. He's got like gold coins and stuff, whatever the money used back then. Oh, hell yeah. Look, he's like... This chest. Here you go. Wooden chest.
There you go.
Clasp. Working clasp. Shout outs to, you know, Mezco stands.
Whoa!
Oh, look at that.
This is incredible. For $90, that's a value.
Dude, there's so much in here. Look, and then there's another bag like of more gold.
That's it.
And people love gold.
I love gold. That's a lot of stuff, dude.
I don't even know if I have time to get through all this. You have a lantern? This actual
is awesome.
Dude, I think there's a light in here that actually turns on, like with a
It's gotta
battery.
be. That looks, yeah, it looks like there's batteries in there.
There's circuitry in here, wiring. Or
circuitry. There's technology.
It's not that. It's just a wire, Kevin. Calm down. More fireworks. My people love fireworks, firecrackers. Here we go. Here's another stack, made to look like TNT. No, these are like old school fireworks, man. Firecrackers. Another lantern. Look at that. This is felt.
That's barred from the factory next door. That just sells those outright. And that's not even.
I know.
That's not even like made to be scaled with this thing.
No,
it's just
they're like,
they
sell. You have these down. You know those other New Year's props. Just pack them in here. Dude, look at these shoes. I'm assuming these are shoes, right?
They gotta be.
Tiger shoes? God damn. 2 extra heads.
Dang.
This set is awesome. I'm like, my wife is gonna love this. She's Year of the Tiger. She wants nothing to do with this. A series of hands, one holding the brush.
There it is.
Effects. Other hands.
It just keeps going. Now what's
more
that
effects? I don't know. Put the firecracker in here and just leaves a giant explosion.
Let's go.
Or put it under your Iron Man if you need.
That's a scaled down cannonball right there.
Oh, no. And then, okay, the last piece is just the foam glued together. But damn,
it's a lot. What a value, huh?
And tonight's episode brought to you by the word value.
1-6 shooter saying so. 2 heads, exactly.
It's 3.
So 3 heads.
Yo, I love this thing. I'm never gonna. Who knows if they're gonna be around in 10 years for my year?
You never know. Maybe if enough of us buy enough, then yes.
Nodnarb 101 says, where did I get this from? The website is Gian Toy, and it looks like it's spelled giant toy, which could be a common mistake, but it's Gian Toy. I mean, dude, I bought it, got here in a week, free shipping. It was tracked shipping.
Oh.
Let me share. Oh, it's on like some pervy toy as its banner, so that's no bueno. Here you go.
Let's go. This is like this is a subsidiary of AliExpress or something. This is crazy.
Same color scheme on the logo.
This is it. Dang, look at that. This looks like this Giga Chad version of Eggsy right here. What's going on?
This one?
Yeah,
Jawline.
I know.
Yeah, but you know, it's if you're wondering if the site is good, you know, this is a legit site. I got my product here. I got to support more of these independent, just because they make some cool stuff. There's that
I love to
Homeless
see it.
Joe action figure. Is this Jet Li?
Who? Where? This? It's got to be.
Oh yeah, this is Jason Statham. So usually these websites, if you see a price like this, $20, that's the deposit. And you can see right below it says full price $94.99. Ooh, that's all right. Like I knew who it was, but I also know it doesn't look exactly like Jet Li. So I got to air this out on the deck tomorrow.
Little hat on there. Wow.
That's dope.
It's so good. That's a really good set.
I don't want to say great value because that is a different series of when you put those words together. But this is not a great value, but it's a great value, you know?
The value is great, but not a great value.
Super cool. Man. What the heck is this? There's so much stuff. I don't even know what I bought, which is kind of how I feel about Mezco sometimes too. You like pre-order,
Get the
buy, and then no, I'm not buying any of that stuff anymore.
Please tell me why. Why not?
Yo, my Batman's on order for 2 years.
Oh, there we go. Here it is.
That's first. And then when I had my Wolverine,
Your
so this is my
Wolverine,
Wolverine
yeah.
that I got. This is what it looked like.
Oh, so let you keep the old one.
They didn't say anything to me about. They're just like, I'll send you a replacement, and then it showed up. There was no shipping label. Where am I going to send it to? I don't know. I can just send it into space.
Send it to Fisk Towers. Do you know?
So yeah, I messaged Mezco for that Wolverine thing, and I submitted a form on their website. They messaged me back 2 days later. They said, "Can you show me a picture?" I sent them the picture the same day, and then like 2 weeks later, no response. Sent a follow up, no response. Made a parody video, no response. And then I think it was probably like a month afterwards where they finally responded, and they're like, "Okay, sorry about the delay. I'll send you a replacement," and that was it. But at that point, I was just like, "What am I doing? I've got all this money, like on pre-orders that I'm waiting. It's just sitting there." And I just got soured by it. So a combination of factors where I'm just like, I don't need to get all this Rumble Society stuff. It's cool, you know, good for you. You're doing your own IP and making cool toys, but there's other toys that I will spend that money on. It's still got money waiting there from Batman.
It's true.
So that's it. Sorry, Fabio. Your channel is irrelevant to me now. No, I'm kidding. I also watch it because he's a good guy. But the content about Mezco, you know, I'm just like, It's not commentary on him. It's a commentary on. I see when you guys are just like when someone brings up Mezco and everyone's just waiting to say something, and you're the first one when he's like he says something. You're like, oh come on.
Well, I mean, we obviously know if you're attacking something I like, you're attacking me. Obviously.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think of what you guys are going to talk about? The new Gomez tomorrow night?
Oh yeah, I'm sure Fabio will have plenty to say about where all those specific tools are from, or you know, how many stitches are in that fabric. I don't know what's I don't know what I'm gonna say. But like it looks fine.
5,000 thread count.
I know, like real Egyptian sheets or whatever.
No, and that's not a knock on the toys themselves. Like they're
Right.
cool looking toys, and again, comparing it to something like this, they're chock full of accessories, which I love. But it's just some of the business practices are off putting.
Oh yeah,
So for
absolutely.
those reasons, I'm out.
That makes sense. Hey, you finally had enough. You are the hypothetical situation that Fabio thinks doesn't exist.
I'm not real, fictitious.
That's true. I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, you're gonna get that Batman in like 3 to 5 years, and it's basically gonna be like a gift to you from you. You didn't even buy it at that point. The money's already spent. Like
That money's worthless. Like inflation after all these years,
that's true.
you know.
So, hey, with inflation, you're getting a deal. To be quite honest,
I've heard. Wait, did he say that?
I don't think so, but that is right up his alley.
I feel like someone said something like that. Like, imagine trying to get a Batman like this in that year for this price. You're locked in at whatever. I'm like, are you serious? I don't know who said it, but I did hear that, dude. And I'm like, this is just straight apologist talk.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like, yeah, Mezcos are cool. Like, what's so crazy? Because like I remember in the very early days of the podcast, I was the Mezco apologist.
Really?
Yes, because like I had gotten like that very old Batman, like the Dark Knight Returns Batman.
I have that too.
And I was like blown away by the quality of that figure. And
remember that was $65, 60 or 65.
True.
Back then. Yeah.
And like I was just like, man, Mezco, this is like a line to watch. Like this is a really great thing. And then I remember even around the time as late as when they did Ragnarok Hulk, and people were like memeing on it and comparing it to the Marvel Select Hulk and stuff, because like obviously that's a $20 toy versus, or $25 or $30 toy versus an $80 Mezco. But like I vividly remember being on the podcast and being like, hey, for like Mezco, for what it is, even though it doesn't move a lot, like it's the perfect like figure to take like portrait style photos of, because they'll just photograph like way nicer than like a Marvel Select, at least in that case. But it's just so crazy to see how the tables have turned, my friend, on the podcast. Because like it's not like I don't like Mezco. Like I still really like those figures. I just don't. I'm like just removed from it now. Like I have no desire to spend money on this Gomez. Like if there's a situation where I could get it for like cheap and it was like a good deal or something like that, then I would jump in. But like the pre-order sold out and I was like, all right, I'm cool. It's just another Gomez, and this time he's in a construction store. He's like he's a construction worker guy.
Hey, there's people who are like, hey, I'm in construction. This speaks to me, and that's cool. True. I'm like, hey, all more power to you.
I guess so.
Representation. Yeah, I'm all about representation. For all the underrepresented construction workers out there, like this is the figure to get. Like, I'm not gonna knock on it. I'm not saying it's a bad toy. I'm just that's not my thing, man. That's it. I'm out.
Yeah,
exactly. Bearded builds. For those reasons, I'm out.
For that reason,
I feel like I presented a strong argument, and in conclusion, for those reasons, I'm out. It's an essay. Dude, when it comes out, like it'll be 100-year anniversary or something of the movie, Uh-oh, here comes Cap. Just another Gomez? Is it real metal?
I wouldn't put it past him.
I think it was die-cast sledgehammer or something. Real stone? Who knows? Left over from
Dark Side.
Other parts. Dark Side. Assistant teacher Gomez.
I can't wait for CNC operator Gomez.
Hey, man, I have CNC bros. Okay. If they make like a toy photographer Gomez, I'm in. I'm back in.
Oh, yeah,
you got me back in for that. If he's got little toys, and don't give me little toys that are just little, whatever the bug grub is. Like I want mini Gomez or many other pink skulls that he can pose and give me the Mezco treatment of toy photography stuff, that would sell like crazy, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Or we're just in our own bubble where we're like, this is the best idea in the world, and it sells like 5 units.
Well, I think especially with Mezco, I think a toy photographer Mezco would sell crazy because of how ingrained toy photographers are with this brand.
Yes. I mean, they connect with toy photographers to help market and sell their stuff. So, Mezco, cut the check. My idea.
Absolutely.
Bus driver Gomez, though, with 112 buzz.
I bought, oh my
boy.
God, I bought a 1/18 scale battle bus from Fortnite. I still haven't opened
1/18 scale. I mean, that's the way to go. 1/18 is just more manageable, man.
It was on clearance at Walmart for like $15. So I was like, why not?
As much as people complain about exclusives in the US, it's like, oh, I can't find anything at Walgreens and Walmart and Target. I don't envy that. I do envy your toy clearances because they are absolutely like they're unreal. The toys that are just hitting shelves now in Canada. I'm just across the border, and it's like $9 Rayquan at Target. Like what?
That's it. Those $9 Rayquans hit different for sure.
Did you? I don't know if everyone saw. Look at the top of his shoe.
Beautiful.
This dude is awesome.
Oof asked, do I have Marnie? Thoughts? I do have Marnie. I have not opened her, but I'll tell you right now, because let's open her. Why not? I've been meaning to open Marnie for a long time.
Oh, nice. But man, like talking about value, now that I can't find a Figuarts or Figma Ash for a reasonable price, I'm like, I can just ditch some of these Mezcos, and if I get all this money for it, it's like at that point I have the cash. Is a $200 Ash ridiculous? Or do I see value in it?
A $200 Ash is ridiculous, yes. A $300 Ash is insanity, which is where he sits right now. Is $300.
Is Figma the better one of the two?
So it really just depends. So the Figma version is Figma Red, and Red is like the video game version of like he's like the protagonist from the first Pokemon, Red and Blue. So he also appears in like a ton of other games as well. So like Figma does trainers from the game, and SH Figuarts did characters from the anime. And like, but Figma, trainers from the game appear in the anime, but like Figma will do like their video game version, I guess. So people, I don't know, dude. I would say Figma Red is better than Ash, but that's because I have such an attachment to the games, especially for someone like you who hasn't played the games, and like are you watching the show with your kids too or no?
Yeah, here and there.
Okay, so like Red means nothing to you.
He's just a player 2 version.
Yeah, like it's but Red will show up in the new anime. It was announced that he will show up and he'll cross over, which is monumental. That's like Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny sharing screen time in and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's crazy. But yeah, dude, Figma Red I would say is better than the SHF Ash for sure. It's just a better figure. I would say the articulation and technology on Ash is better than Figma, but the paint on Figma Red is better than the paint on Ash. because like the paint on
Damn.
Ash, especially on his skin tone, is kind of like it's got like that plastic feel. Like you could tell it's like molded in that skin tone,
Mhm.
as to where like Figma is too, but like Figma will put like that like matte like that matte layer over all their flesh tones and stuff like that. Um, I don't know, dude. I I don't understand why SHF doesn't do another Ash. Like he has like 7 different outfits. So just like do another one. But
You can do it for Dragon Ball. Why not do it for?
it's true. But like that those figures like shelf warmed forever. I remember when you could find Ash for like $40 or $50 and Team Rocket was just as inexpensive.
Damn.
And Haunted Dreams asks or says, but does Ash come with a 6-inch scale, somewhat articulated Pikachu?
6
He
inches.
does. He do. Did Figma Red come with a weird Pikachu too? I can't remember. It's been so long. But I know
Damn.
one of them does.
All right. If someone's selling, I can be. I don't know. Mario's like, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Wait for a reissue. I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna reissue, dude.
I don't know. I think Ash was a Tamashii Web exclusive. To be quite
Oh,
honest,
crap.
I don't remember. I can actually look it up real quick.
I mean, if I sell these Mezcos, I got 13 Mezco Batmen. Like that's $40,000 on the street value right now, right?
Oh no.
Just gonna get like a Tesla instead. Let me see if Fabio needs any Batman.
Yeah, so Ash was Tamashii Web exclusive, so there's really no chance for a reissue, unfortunately. They might do like a San Diego, like a Comic-Con exclusive color, maybe. That's like their new loophole. To get around.
Con exclusives are the loopholes.
Yeah, it's been that way for a while, actually. I don't know why I said new, but like, yeah, that's how they get around like their reissuing an exclusive.
Yo, also, I forgot to bring it up. Well, it's not done yet, but let's bring it up now. You also, amongst all the other cool things that you do, you made your own diorama there for that shot we looked at earlier. You
did.
also 3D sculpt.
Oh my god, I
You
do.
You modify, you do head sculpts, you do the Dusties props.
I do.
And you were designing and manufacturing and selling those, man. Creative, man of business. So we'll talk about the 3D printing for a little bit and the designing.
Oh sure. Yeah, I got a resin printer a while ago. And like I was always on the fence of getting like an FDM printer, but like the layer lines and a lot of like the I don't want to say guesswork, but FDM just seemed harder. so like I didn't get an FDM for a very long time, so I just jumped straight into resin printing. So I was just resin printing stuff for a very long time, and then I got like an iPad Pro, and then I had an Apple Pencil, and then I downloaded like a sculpting program, and I kind of just like messed around. So I made I made some head sculpts with that. I think I made one for like my cat. I have a cat named Bills.
Yeah, you made a cat head, right?
I did. So cat head. I made one of those, and I don't really like my cat Bills, so I made a head sculpt of him so I could stick it on blank bodies and have all the rest of my figures, beat the hell out of him. It's been great. So
My goodness.
I sculpted that. I love Bills. It is whatever. But like, just to get that aggression out, it is what it is. But then I made these dynamical dusties. It started because like I wanted dust effects for my figure, and then I saw there was somebody else on Instagram that sculpted their own like that as well, and I was like, oh, you can just do that. So I did.
But you can just do things and make them.
So I was like, oh yeah, you could. So like in like an afternoon. I had like conceptualized it and then sculpted it and then printed it in like one afternoon. And I was like, oh my God, this is great. So
Dude.
I was like printing a bunch and messing around with scales and stuff. And then I was posting it on Instagram. And then like everybody was like, when are you selling this? When are you selling this? When are you selling this? I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just kind of making these for me. And then just like more and more people, it's just like the same vicious cycle that happens with everything I make. Enough people will message me to where I'm like, this is stupid not to sell it at this point. Like,
Do you hate money?
Yeah, it's fiscal irresponsibility to not sell these at this point. So like, I started taking pre-orders for them, and I'm just working through that list right now. So yeah, I think I'm up to like 20 waves now of these, and I'm just getting I'm just shipping waves 3 through 5 right now, and then waves 8 and 9 are in production right now. So the way I'm doing this is like different from like my auras. So I used to do auras too, and people still ask me about the auras as well. But whenever I would do pre-orders for auras, I would take all the money up front. But then production for these things just takes so long that I'm just like holding on to this money for a super long time. So I'm doing it differently with the Dusties, to where like I'll put you like on a list for them, and then I don't ask, you don't have like, money doesn't exchange hands until like production is done and they're basically ready to go. So like that kind of that makes me feel like less bad and less than like, it's like less heat on me.
Yeah.
So like it's been so long, and you know, I still haven't gotten to your wave because I may or may not have underestimated how long it takes to print these with just one 3D printer. So
yeah, I mean, if you take 2 years, you might get somebody like me who's just soured because you're sitting on my money.
It's true.
I feel like yeah, we just talked about that.
Well, yeah, so that's specifically why I don't take people's money. So,
there you go. Yeah, I mean, the auras are always dope too. Seeing the colors and details you put on those.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
yeah. If you go back up to the aura that you were just, the post right next to it to the left, if you click on that, so I made this thing too. Oh, never mind. It's the small one. Anyway, it's like this huge Goku aura. You might be, you can see it in the post right next to it, that purple one. I think there's a picture of how big it actually is. I made this. Yeah, so it's humongous. It's absolutely humongous.
Awesome.
And like people were like, when are you selling this? And I'm like, there's absolutely, how would I even begin to sell something like this?
How would you ship this?
How do I ship this? Like FedEx freight? Like I just don't know. So
it's bananas, man.
So like I feel like I'm constantly like in this loop of like making like really sick shit, like really sick stuff for myself. And then like enough people ask me to where I'm like, all right, okay, I guess I'll sell it. But then like I don't know. But so to like bring it all back, like yeah, sculpting stuff in 3D is really cool. I'm still like learning, obviously, but like the production of like the Dusties was what really solidified like how 3D sculpting and like 3D printers have like completely changed the landscape of like this community. Because like the simple fact that I thought of it, I designed it, and I printed it within the span of 5 hours is like, that is like science fiction. Almost.
Right? Like just go to the computer and be like, make me this, and it comes out. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, were you able to pick up the 3D sculpting? Like, was it the same day, or was that something you were doing before?
It was something I was like experimenting with a little bit here and there. Like, I think at that point I had already sculpted the Bill's head, and I think I sculpted like the alien head already. So yeah, it was just like a matter of like experimenting with that with that software and just
Right.
trying new stuff.
Yeah,
So
because I know you said you got the iPad, you got the pen, and then that's when you started messing around with it. But like, was it just from there that you were sculpting like the head, the Bill's head, or even before that you've tried sculpting elsewhere?
I think like I was kind of I would always like mess around with stuff, but never like to a point where like I sat down and really tried to do something. But the Bill's head, I think, is the first thing that I really sat down and like really tried. Um, I think on my Instagram, there's like if you go to like the stories part of my profile, like where you can save your stories or whatever, there's like a story called sculpting, and I think that's like everything is in order. So the first thing I sculpted was like this weird little demon head, and then like I did like this weird like sapien type deal. Then I did the alien, and then I did Bills, and then I
Okay.
did like a skeleton or whatever. So I mean, so it was just like just trying to figure stuff out. So like this was the first thing I ever sculpted, and I was just like literally just messing around. I had no idea what I was doing. Um,
Yeah, but like that's the flexibility that you have with it. It's just an iPad. You sit on the couch, you mess around with
yeah,
it for like half hour, an hour, and you go do something else. You come back and make some changes, and then
absolutely.
you're good to go. You know, create the file, load it on your software, and then you off you go, right?
Yeah, for sure. And like the accessibility of the iPad, it was like a game changer for sure. Because before that, then before like the iPad, if you wanted to do something with the same level of finesse on a computer, you would have to get like a tablet for your computer, like a Wacom
Mhm.
tablet or something crazy like that. You'd have to buy completely separate hardware or whatever. With an iPad, it's all inclusive, and it's
It's
so
right
easy
here.
to, yeah,
Like
exactly.
this pencil is
It's
like the
so
best thing.
easy to like just start messing around on an iPad. And like I truly recommend, um if you have any like desire to sculpt or whatever, and you have access to an iPad or a smartphone with a pen, or even just even smartphones, you can sculpt with like your finger, but it's not as precise or anything
Mhm.
like that. But like if you have any desire to do something like that, then definitely check it out. Oof is asking any recommendations on which 3D software is best for beginners. If you're on an iPad, then Nomad Sculpt is probably like the best thing to get. And I think it's like $20 or whatever,
I
which
was like, I'm gonna download it right now, and then you said $20, and the cover goes back on.
I
Cover
think
goes
there might
right
be a
back
free
on.
version too, though,
Oh, and
for
we're
sure.
back.
There's Nomad Sculpt, and there's another one called like Sculpty or something. I really can't remember. But you know what? It's I think my iPad is charged right now, so I can probably check it out. But those are the two that I would recommend for sure. Is those, and like those do cost money. Like there are free sculpting apps for sure, and I would definitely recommend getting like a free sculpting app and just checking it out and seeing what works for you. And
Yeah.
if you feel like you like it enough, then go ahead and spend the money on it for
Like
sure.
also, what's $20, right? That's one figure that you buy and maybe
Yeah,
regret later on. Like just give it a shot if it's a hobby you want to dive into.
absolutely. Especially in the space of 3D sculpting software, because so Nomad Sculpt, which I suggested earlier, is basically the iPad version of ZBrush. And buying ZBrush is, let's see, I can't remember how much it is right now.
Yeah, but
ZBrush,
then like you said, you need the tablet and pen for your computer
yeah,
for ZBrush too.
exactly. You can do ZBrush. To be fair, you can do ZBrush with a mouse too. And I've seen people do ZBrush with a mouse, but of course, there's much more finesse and much more fidelity if you have everything like that. So if you want ZBrush, You can do a monthly subscription for $40, or you can buy the license outright for $895, which is on the low side of professional software. So
Okay,
$20 is very reasonable for
It
basic.
costs more than my 3D printer. That price.
Yeah.
Cat
So
Lives says, was the Sentai helmets before the Dusties?
the Sentai helmets were Sentai helmets. I didn't even sculpt. It was just like I just drew them, and I've just been meaning to sculpt them. So the other program is Forger, and that's actually the program that I sculpted like the Bill's head and
Forger 3D. I think I've heard of that before.
Yeah, and that's less expensive. That's like around $5 or something. And
for the price of one pumpkin spice latte, you can be on your way to 3D
one
sculpting.
Marvel Legend in the 90s.
Or one for the price of one clearance Rayquan.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, man, I feel like there's a lot of options for 3D sculpting, and if you want to take a crack at it on the computer, and you don't mind using your mouse or whatever, ZBrush Core is free, which is basically like, it's not even a trial. It's just like ZBrush. It's the full ZBrush experience. Just you have less tools, like less brushes. It's like the core tool set of ZBrush, and it's free. So it's definitely worth checking out. And I think a lot of people will find that if they stick to sculpting and practice, they'll find themselves sculpting stuff that is like was outside of the realm of possibility that they thought they were capable of, which is exactly what happened to me. I had when I like sculpted that Bill's head, I truly couldn't believe that I created that. I was like, what is this?
Seriously. That's, oh man. Yeah, and then like you're probably just going to be, motivated to get into printing. Like I've made this creation. I can actualize it, putting into whatever the software is for Cura.
Yeah, Cura for sure.
For resin printing, you load it up, get a resin printer for a couple $100, some resin and some trial and error. You'll have something to something tangible from your work.
Yeah, again, like it's a crazy feeling to go from concept to tangible item within an afternoon.
I can, like, my kids are like, oh, I want I remember one time they're playing Play-Doh and they wanted a cookie cutter for like Sesame Street. So I went online and I found the model for it, and in like half an hour printed out. I'm like, here you go. I'm like, I felt like a champ. Just
that stuff is crazy.
It just made stuff and just printing things. This is sci-fi. This is the future. Man, I have so much junk that I 3D printed where I'm like, this is dope, and I printed it and I never used it. I just looking at this wall of stuff that it's just unreal.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I went through like a ton of different versions of like Dusties, and I have just like a bunch of weird shapes of Dusties like everywhere, to the point where like sometimes like I'll just like throw them in with a
who's gonna know that they're not the dust shape you were going for, right?
It'll just be dust. Like an extra one, like, you want a weird funky dust shape, whatever, I'll throw that in there.
Yeah, I have a lot of reject pile printouts. I want to play this real quick for people if you're still here. This is a quick trailer of what's gonna happen tomorrow. The full episode will be available tomorrow. This might be loud. I don't have control over how loud this plays through the web, but this is a little quick promo reel I made for tomorrow's episode of Hunting Around with the Enablers.
I love it.
Get the out of here, for real?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, come on.
All right,
Help him out.
Help him out. Stand on here. I can't reach.
Oh, can I get the armor?
Nice. Thanks, Mike.
Are you getting
got
done,
the
Riley?
mood.
This is a fresh case.
Wait a minute.
I have doubles of all these already.
Did you want this?
Oh, I have doubles.
Why did we pull it down, though?
Because it's exciting to see in the wild.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Yoko.
Hi, I'm 796 Studios.
What's up, guys? High School Creations up here in Canada at the toy store. We don't have these in the U.S.
I just need the name guy.
So I'm super excited about seeing Toys R Us. I made a wish when I was in 5th grade to always be a kid, and I've been 5'3" ever since. So I'm, coming up here again to get another wish fulfilled, and here it is, Toys R Us, still alive.
I mean, get the out of here for real.
Yeah.
Incredible.
No way.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, I got you.
Help him. All right, man. Yeah, and you're right. Mike is a riot, dude.
He's so funny. Unbelievable.
Haunted Dreams, is it lagging? It might be. My I checked on my app earlier. I think I have 24 devices connected to my Wi-Fi
Oh
network.
my god.
Is that a lot?
It's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot of devices.
Give me a lot.
2 cell phones, laptop, work computer, kids' tablets, and Chrome devices, Googles that are playing Poke-Rap 24/7.
Yeah, this Marnie's great. Forgot who asked. I think it was Oof, maybe. Marnie's awesome. Really great. Love to see it. I've been meaning to open this Marnie for like forever.
How long have you had it for?
Since February or January, maybe. So like,
Oh, damn.
like 8 months.
Yeah.
What's going on with your pile of shame right now? Do you still have one, or what's going on?
This whole room is a pile of shame right now. I'm not
Okay.
even lying. It's disgusting. So there's a bunch of stuff over there that already moved out in anticipation of reorganizing these shelves.
I
And
love it.
in the 2 weeks that I moved that stuff out, like new stuff has overtaken that area. I'm like, crap. So it is an entire room of shame. But there's a couch there. I had this dream of like, oh, we could all hang out down here and watch TV, and there's a TV over there, and we just chill. And then, more and more toys piled up, and
Yeah, that's
that's
this.
sofa's gotta
That's
go.
this. This is my wife. This is the couch for my wife. It's just got Lightning Collection figures all over it.
So she can be like the co-pilot behind you while you're at your desk. You don't even face each other.
Well, so on this side is like my TV too.
Yeah.
Oh, like that couch. Like Becca will come in here, sit on that couch, and just like watch TV or play Pokemon or whatever. But like it's covered in Lightning Collection figures, so it's not happening right now.
Don't sit on that Goldar, honey. So yeah, these shelves that gotta go. I thought I cleaned up the floor, but then now 2 weeks of unboxings, I can't even see the carpet around here. DK says, I remember Jack and I sitting on the couch watching X-Men. That was when I first moved in, DK. And there wasn't this amount of stuff. But I think I gotta spend some time off, maybe the next few weeks. I really should have put the enablers to work when they were here and move some of this stuff. But can you think about like these shelves, and on the top I have the Super Cyborg, Megazord, Dinozord, and the color variants all on the top. Like those are made to look nice for displays. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to have that set up one day. One day. Speaking of Power Rangers and Lightning Collection, finally getting to another thing that I was late on, by the way, Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, that's right. What happened? Why? What?
What happened with you? I don't know. I was into MMPR, and then I just kind of grew out of it. And it wasn't until Boom Comics and Drakon and that whole arc where I'm like, this is crazy, all these teams and all these characters, and now there's toys for it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this. And
So what was
the amount of
so
stuff
like
it comes with?
So MMPR switched over to Turbo, and you're like, I'm good. I'm out.
I don't think I
Like,
even made it that far.
whoa.
So it wasn't until like last year or a year and a half ago where I'm like, all right, what series do people recommend? Like, what should I get into?
In space, baby. There's no question.
In space, SPD.
Yeah.
I watched Time Force, which was okay. Like why did they have to time travel the Zord back every time? That doesn't make sense.
It's best not to ask these things.
Exactly, and that's what Darius tells me all the time. It's like, Kevin, you got to remember, this isn't made for you. Stop analyzing it.
It's made for dumb kids.
Oh, I thought I was a smart kid. No, but those are some of the. There's another one in the future, and they're stuck inside this dome city. I think it's one of the Disney seasons. RPM.
RPM, were they stuck in
That city? They were in a force field.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I kind of
RPM,
fell
yeah.
off. I didn't do a lot of Disney era stuff either.
Yeah, but for me, it was just like, what's worth going back to, and
For sure. There's some good Disney era stuff for sure. Damn, this Phantom Ranger slaps. I love this thing.
he's badass. I think Stills on Instagram, he does the intro music for the show. He's like, I bought 5 or 6 of these. I'm like, these are perfect for customs.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
They're just cool looking figures, even if you're not a Power Ranger fan. Like, you can army build this stuff, right?
Sure, you sure can, yeah. You know what's so funny to me? Like, I was a fan of Sentai first, and then I would watch Power Rangers too. And you can always tell whenever Power Rangers has like their own homegrown Rangers that weren't part of the Sentai footage, because it always looks like they hit the clearance rack at Dick's Sporting Goods for all their costumes.
Oh no. But like, look at all the range of characters that we've gotten from Lightning in the last 2 years, right? If that doesn't make you a fan, like, what can they do? That's just, having that kind of selection is insane.
Lightning Collection is like highly slept on a lot. Like, I know it's funny to meme on Lightning Collection for their QC and like the weird inconsistencies between Power Rangers and stuff. And you know, that stuff does matter for sure. But like, big picture, it's insane that this line exists. and like the range of then like the selection we have is pretty wild too.
I have an almost complete team of SPD, and Time Force is.
Time Force, we're just missing the girls from Time Force, right?
Yeah, and then in space, I'm missing. No, wait, I have Blue somewhere. I have Blue with the glider.
Do you? I think in space is done.
Yeah, in space is. It's done. You even have the Psycho Rangers. You have.
Did you get the Psycho Rangers?
Yeah, they were on sale on Amazon here for like super cheap.
The Psycho Rangers are my favorite design in the entirety of Power Rangers and Sentai, period.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's my favorite design of all time. And I gladly paid it. I gladly paid retail. When as soon as they came up, I was like, all right, it's done.
There's that word again. That theme of the night. Say it together, kids. Value.
Yeah, dude. This Phantom Ranger is so cool.
Later, DK. Cat Lives says, RPM is in the domed city of Corinth, the only habitable place on Earth after the apocalypse.
Love to see it.
That's
the
right.
Rolodex on this man. Cap Lives. Incredible.
And Cat Lives puts out great Power Rangers photos too.
Oh, for sure.
and Geeky Fresh, who was in the chat earlier, and man, a whole bunch of people do great stuff with Lightning Collection. So what's the knock on? Well, okay, I know what's the knock on, but it's not a bad thing to have. Look at all these accessories that I have for Power Rangers. Like
Oh
3
no,
crates of these.
okay? They're separated. Thank God.
What do you think I am? Some sort of uncultured,
I don't know. I saw a
crust
picture.
eating swine.
There's a picture floating around for a while of a guy that had all his Dragon Ball SHF accessories and hands and faceplates in one bag.
Ew.
It is the worst thing I've ever seen. What's your storage method, Kevin? What do you do for storage?
Oh, it varies line by line. SHF and the more expensive stuff and Hot Toys, stuff like that. Figure goes on display. The rest of the stuff stays in its box.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is tough because I have no motivation to go in there and get it to do different stuff. Lightning Collection, Black Series, Marvel Legends, that stuff, the packaging can go, and the accessories go into this crafting beads organization box like this. Don't forget, Lightning Collection gave us Turtle Rangers. Let's not forget Turtle Rangers.
Yeah, first of all, absolutely unprecedented, and never in a million years would I have thought that comic would get adapted into figures. And like that was a dream for a long time, and I cannot believe that not only did it happen, but well, now I can believe they're on clearance because it's kind of but like like they're readily available.
went from the opposite end of the spectrum so quickly. I can't believe that these are even possible. Oh yeah, they're clearance. I'm not surprised. They are. There's the 2-pack of Red and Tommy Foot Soldier. It was like 25 at GameStop up here.
I was just about to say
$20 US.
I might grab another one just to have 2 Foot Soldiers.
Yeah, I did, and then I think someone bought I think DK in the chat bought the Turtle Raph, Red Raph off of me, so all worked out. That's a lot of white hands, gloved hands, a lot of Saiyan hands.
Have you seen how I organize my stuff?
I've seen your bins. I don't know what the method is.
Like the wall. Have you seen the wall?
I've seen photos.
It's nuts. It's to the point now where like I don't have room. It's just like there's no room to expand. So now I'm doing like smaller bins that are like half the size of the other bins.
So there's no wasted space.
Yeah. So these are the bins that I used to have right here, and I have like a little picture on the thing. But then I found these other bins that are half the size. So technically, I could store and like it works for a lot of different other stuff. Like this is a bad example because like it has like a whole head sculpt in there, so the space is utilized. But there's a lot of stuff like this right here. It's only half of this little storage bin being used, so this can definitely be transferred into a thinner one. You know, this is just another level of degeneracy that plagues this hobby.
How do you even find like this is the same company that they fit the smaller bins?
So it's so weird. Like the company that makes these bins, the bigger ones, they're called Really Useful Boxes. They're based out of the UK. And then Michael's was flooded with these. These came in a pack of 16, and they came with their own little holders too. And Michael's was flooded with them in like around like 2013 and 2014 to the point where they were like $10 each, and you could get them even cheaper if you had a coupon. So I bought like a ton of them, and then now they're just like harder to find. But these other little ones, they're the same design, same basic everything, but they're called super stackers. Like what even is this? But like it's the worst.
They be
They look
stacking.
like they're perfectly half the size, but they're not. They're just over half. So you can't take 2 of these and stick them in one. So I have to like fabricate a whole other shelving system for these. But that's a road I'll cross when I get to it. So
Bins on bins on bins. Literally, they're on more bins.
that's it. Yeah, on my Instagram, like I had a post on my Instagram a very long time, maybe like 2 years ago, that like went over the like the bins and everything. I don't know. I just feel like I've been doing this weird bin thing for so long that it
There
was
they
just
are in the background.
yeah, that's them in the background. I think if you like you can, if you scroll through my page, you see them in the background a lot. Like they're in the
Yeah.
background of like I have a King Piccolo and Kermit picture. Further down, you can see them. You can see them down there. It's past all this October stuff for sure. It'll be on
Oh,
your.
dude! By the way, this.
Yeah, you like
Love
that?
this. Love this.
That's another thing. Like I was shooting that all night, and I was like, "This sucks. This isn't working." But
Yeah, man. There's a lot of great shots on here. Is this bins in the background?
yeah, but you're getting closer though. If you keep on scrolling down, it'll be on your right. You're almost there, actually.
On my right. That's the fact that you even know which side is crazy. Cap Live says Lightning Collection always going on sale is concerned, but the line is still around, so I'm happy.
True.
I mean, you know, they own the property. I mean, might as well keep it going. And we have a lot of complete teams. Well, 2, 3 complete teams.
Yeah, 2, including the Psycho Rangers, then one more for sure.
Oh yeah, that's a box set. It counts. That's a complete team. No, because no way. Green isn't really. Green was just the comics, right?
Yeah, Green's a
extra
Boom
comic?
Studio exclusive. There it is,
Yeah.
that King Piccolo. You can see the bins right there. And I think if you scroll down just a little bit more, let's see. There's a post on the left that is
This?
like yeah, it's right there. So that's like the full extent of them.
I just love how you have tiny little photos, like
Yeah.
comic bins. Like, here's what's inside.
Yeah, because like
Insane.
when I first started this and I had like 20 of them, or like I had 32 because they come in like 16, I think. I was just like I was constantly pulling them in and out to figure out who was in who, and I'm like, all right, I gotta print a picture or something. So that's
Oh,
what I
boy.
ended up doing.
My wife has a Cricut, so I had her vinyl cut
Beautiful.
some logos to go at the
Yeah,
end of
there you
these
go.
bins. And of course, this is Star Wars, so it's close to empty. Like,
It
of
is.
all my Black series, this is pretty much what I have in there.
I have
So-
tons of those too, but like I really want to label them. I'm sick. I need to label everything. So
No, easier to find it. Look at all the bins that you have there, dude. Makes sense.
it's unreasonable. What's up, Lightspeed?
Yes, Lightspeed in the chat. What's up? I think it's time that I finish this Build-A-Bear
Let's go.
from God knows what year. Shout outs to Innocent if you're still in the chat. Thank you for hooking me up with this. Super nice dude, friend of the channel. And Stealth Iron Man, was this the one that exploded? Or is that the hologram one that has exploding crotch syndrome? One of these two. Boo Cat says MMPR, Zeo, In Space, Psycho, SPD, A Squad, and
Oh yeah,
B
A Squad is complete too.
Wait, B Squad is missing. 1, 2. Yeah, it's missing 1.
It's yellow, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. It's got the dude on the bike. It's got is it Deca Ranger?
Yeah, Deca Ranger. Yeah.
Which is an amazing, amazing figure.
I love it.
It's weird to see after watching that, and Chamba's like, go check out the Sentai version, and seeing how he looks. It's a completely different texture for Doggy Kruger's head.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
It's such
Different
a
shape.
weird
Yeah.
change. Because one's
Yeah, like-
leathery and one's like flocked-ish, right?
Yes, one's scaled. Almost it's like scaly.
Yeah, it's like a lizard dog.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so late to complete this, but worth it. Here we go. Marvel Legends Build-A-Bear.
Dang, thing's huge.
What a great assortment. Phantom Ranger, this Chinese New Year dude, Charizard, and a giant bear. Come on, Matt Logic. There's no way I can mess this up. Why would you hit me with the Modoc emojis here? This is easy. All of it is easy. Cat Live says both designs are wild. I think I prefer the Power Rangers version of Kruger, though. Is it because you saw it first?
You never know. You never know with these things.
And of course, did they? What is it? The Street Fighter Ryu crossover. Don't
Yeah.
forget that. That's in the works. And the Chun-Li. Co-designed by another friend of the channel, the Chamba.
That's
Right?
it.
Like, super cool. Oh, I forgot we were supposed to do that together. Your pose is much better than mine.
Oh, don't say that. No.
Did you read the comic? Didn't he have his own one-shot?
I have not read his yet. I'm like super behind on those Boom comics, but I really love them.
Damn. This is cool. Who does he go with? Who should I put it with?
No, you tell me.
Oh, you know who I love? Magna Defender. I have
Let's
no
go.
idea what his deal is, but he's got a cape. His sword turns into a gun. Like, that is just awesome.
Lost Galaxies are great. Is it great? I don't know. I just love Lost Galaxy.
Mid-sentence. Is it great?
I just love Lost Galaxy.
But I think it's cool because getting into it, I was able to make like a kind of start the beginnings of this, like a Discord that we had of just Power Rangers fans, right? And there were people from all over that didn't really know each other before. It was like Chamba was in there, Mr. Jones, who's a huge fan, friend of mine, local friend of mine, Justin, Kyle Wadaga's in there, and it was like we were just all. I would stream inside Discord and watch episodes, and we just all hang out in there.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
This figure rules.
This figure rules. Yeah, man.
There's just something about like this Lightning Collection, like standard buck, that's like so fun to pose.
Well, butterfly, double jointed, right?
For sure.
Diaphragm, ab crunch.
There's like one or two little things that just that it's not even that like it's keeping it from anything, but like it's just because now it's already great. But if they just added like a couple of different things, then it would just be chef's kiss all around.
But they're constantly like making improvements, right?
They are,
updating their bucks. There's that female version of the MMPR red and the male version of the yellow. Like, I know
can't wait.
those are newer. I'll probably grab those too. Even though people who haven't read the comic, or some people, they're like, "Oh, here we go, gender swapping everything." Like, no, dude, that's the story, man. Like, and it's not permanent. The Rangers you love are still there.
You don't get it. It erases every memory I've had.
A lot of controversy, man. It's like we should have sat here and talked for 3 hours about toy controversy, and views would have been through the roof.
I want to give a huge shout out to Smash Labs. Chris from Smash Labs had the best name for a toy show I've ever heard in my entire life. It was a toy show where he would just talk controversy, and it was Toy Community.
Yes. I remember hearing that name like last year.
Yeah, he posted it in like I think PNP, and he was like, "I got to make a show called Toy Community, and we just talk about the tea in the toy community." And I was like, "You cannot waste this name. Like this is the most."
What did he do with it though?
Nothing, because he's like a super positive guy. Like I mean,
Positive guy comes up with something like that. You're like, damn, how did I
that's
miss
true.
that?
Yeah, I love it.
Hey, Jamichael Johnson, thanks for tuning in, man.
Hell yeah. He said earlier in the chat, he said his name is actually pronounced J. Michael Johnson, but people have mispronounced it so wrong for his entire life that he's like, all right, J. Michael's fine.
No, I'm gonna say it.
But I'm gonna say J. Michael now too.
J. Michael, and
It's
then
the
I'm gonna
same
correct everyone who gets it wrong.
Exactly. It's the same way how Boog, even till this, so we have spent time in person together. I have like hung out with him before. We have broken bread. I've hung out with him for hours every Friday for the last like 2 years. Like,
Yeah.
and like even more on the podcast, and he still calls me Pancho all the time.
I mean, at that point, he's got to be trolling you, right?
It's got to be something. Who knows? But it is what it is. It's almost like a term of endearment now.
Oh, here's a message from NYC Figure Fanatic. Says, Pancho, do you keep inventory of all your collectibles? God forbid you had to do an insurance claim for your stuff. Would you have something to show them?
I don't have an inventory. Like I want to have like there's like a bunch of apps that like can catalog your stuff for you, and I would like to do something like that, but that is such a huge task. I tried to do something like that when I was moving, and it devolved into me just sharing pictures of my figures on Instagram when I was packing them up.
I know exactly what that's like. Oh, I forgot I had this. Gotta put this on a story.
Exactly.
Gotta send this to so and so. He would love. You know who would love this photo?
Yeah. It's crazy. I would really like to. There have been situations like so with imports. I know in my head what I have, and with domestic stuff to an extent I do. Like if I bought it at retail brand new, then I know what I have for the most part. But there have been times where I've bought this same stupid Marvel Legends Beast like 3 times. Like it's an old Toy Biz Marvel Legends Beast. I must have bought this like 3 times already because I'll be at a toy show and it's like at a toy show for like $5 or something. And I'm like, oh, sick. I'll throw $5 at this weird Beast figure. And then like I already own it. Like
like, well, there's one I'll never see again. Let's do it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Right,
NYC says he works in insurance, and he always asks people that. Let me ask you a question, NYC.
Oh shoot!
What is an acceptable catalog in order to make a claim on what you have?
Yeah, what kind of documentation do you need?
Yeah, what kind of do I need receipts or like what is it like? What do I need?
What if I'm going by eBay pricing? You know, some of the stuff increases in value.
That's it. Who knows?
I
I
don't
might
like
be in
that.
a situation tomorrow with this dumb hurricane. So who even
Oh
knows?
shoot! Is that going to be in the path?
Oh, I'm literally in the middle of the cone of uncertainty. Like
So
right.
so Mike too.
Yeah, Mike too. Yeah. We were talking
Dang.
earlier today. He was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, staying here, dude. What are you doing? He goes, yeah, me too.
You guys, if you guys get like trapped at home, we're gonna come out of this with so much like CNC stuff, just piles of it, just piles of designs and prints. Mike's house. Mike's gonna be lasering stuff. He'll be bored. Like he lasered a steak a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it sounds like something Mike would do. That's
Yep.
great.
That's the homie Mike. Love that guy. Love that guy. Man, all right. Nota Chinese New Year dude is gonna go on my I think my top 10 for sure, just because of sheer amount of stuff. And also the first time handling this Nota buck, because I know they sell blanks of this dude, right? In
for
various body types. There's like a thinner one, more buff, muscular one. This is a solid, like the joints are all tight. Everything feels good. This dude's, I think, the super skinny one, but he's got like 10 pairs of hands that he comes with. Yeah, I'm sold. I'm sold on Nota. Do you have
Their own
anything from
bootleg.
them?
I have like head sculpts from Nota,
Hmm.
but not like full figures. I almost got like their Steve Rogers, but I didn't.
Oh, it's the plain clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, gotta look into more of that stuff too. Cat Liv says you guys are making me want to pull out my Phantom Ranger.
Do it.
Go for it. Why not? Take a photo. Take a photo and post it. Let's all post a photo of our Phantom Ranger posed. I mean, he's got like leather straps on his thigh,
He really does.
buckles on the
The
shin
Dick
pads.
Sporting Goods special.
What?
You can always tell whenever it was like a US, like a Power Rangers only like design, because it was just weird, man. Like there's no nice way to say it. It was just weird.
Was his costume like reused, like cobbled together from other?
It had
Rangers?
to have been. Like there's no way. He's got buckles and straps.
That's not very Sentai.
Are your kids watching the newest season of Power Rangers right now, or are they just watching
Yes.
old stuff?
They're watching the newest one.
Are they like current with like the episodes and stuff? Have they seen all of them, or no?
The last thing I recall watching with them was Void Queen. I don't know if the new one's out
Okay.
yet.
I see that. Okay. The newest episode unveiled like a new suit for one of the Rangers, and I'm like, here we are again, where the design team is like, I got an idea for a suit, and it's just like really weird. I don't know. Like
For the Red Ranger?
yeah,
I want to say like, oh, for when they're fighting in that warehouse, but like that's 93%
every-
of all Power Rangers fights in that same warehouse.
Best thing to have. So NYC says the best thing to have is a video catalog of everything. Insurance pay fair market price. They would have to pull eBay sold listings. I'm good. I'm good.
So basically just do a weekly room tour and that doubles as insurance claim. Yes, it's content and I'm being responsible.
That's beautiful. You love to see it.
Thank you for that. Where's that comment? Oh, here it is. All right. I mean, SHF, I got all the boxes.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Doable. Oh, shoot. There's stuff in the garage in bins.
That's where they get you.
Dang. Did you get to any of your Dragon Ball stuff?
I sure did not. I can open one.
Let's get to one or two. Sketches, Toys, Corner. What's going on? So the Phantom
Let's
Ranger is
open-
dope. I do need them to do a Blue Centurion. I'm
Blue,
sure you can
Blue
find.
Centurion is. Do you know? Are you familiar with that one?
No.
He is like a police robot. It's a great design.
Phantom
Yeah,
Ranger
like
isn't-
I really want Lightning Collection to do like weird stuff. And like you can argue that they're already doing weird stuff with the monsters, but like I want them to dive deep. Blue Centurion would be unprecedented.
Wait, do I know what that is? I'm gonna Google it. I mean, to be fair, weird stuff, but they're doing kind of stuff out of the box that I think is gonna sell. Like, well, Turtle Rangers, arguably.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Street Fighter one.
They are, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they are doing weird stuff. I want them to do so. I guess the better way to say it, I want them to do old weird stuff.
Right. Oh, he's got like traffic lights on his chest. Blue Centurion. No, I'd buy a toy of that. He looks awesome.
I love it. I love that design. All right, cool.
Oh, and then like the beauty of that group, and them putting me on different Power Ranger shows. Then they put me, Chama put me on to ACBA Ranger, which is just like the dopest thing. Like it was so much fun to watch. I'd like tell my wife about it, and they're like, they're like joking on themselves. It's a parody of themselves. It's awesome, and it's just like
ACBA Ranger is easily one of the greatest Sentai things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes, yes. And then Mr. Jones drew me as Akiba Red, and
That's
I'm like,
right. Yeah,
"Hell
he sure
yeah."
did.
And
What a talented guy, man.
the best. But yo, they got toys. Like they have a transforming Zord.
Yeah, they have
for
the car
for their vehicle. Man.
I'm like weekly. I am like this
Checking for
close to
that?
buying that car.
Chamba got it last year while we were watching the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dang,
it's a
dude, that
full
car is so
112
rad.
scale. Is there value in that one? Transforming 112 scale car?
It's like $200 easy. I want to say maybe even $3 now. It always goes for like a little, just enough to where I'm like hesitating to get it.
But then every time you hesitate, is it just going up a little bit?
Probably. So I should probably just like pull the trigger like sooner than later. But like I have everybody else in that line. I have all the season 1 Akiba Rangers, all the season 2 Akiba Rangers. I have Delu Knight. And then I have the henchman, and then I have the gold armor Akiba Red. And I think that's everybody. And I think the car is the only one I don't have.
Damn. Yeah, the henchmen are cool too. I just realized I think I might have sold Mario something, and just one of them was an empty box. Because I'm looking at the army builders. I'm like, wait, there's one more up there.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Good thing I still have to ship him something. He probably didn't even touch that stuff.
He probably already sold the box anyway.
He resold them.
Open and inspected. I love
Whoops. How would you rank his Pancheezey impression?
Oh, the stupid impression? 10 out of 10, baby. I don't know. It's great. It's hard to judge yourself. I think it's even harder to judge people trying to be yourself.
It's uncanny how well he does it.
I was going through old Posing and Easy episodes looking for a specific clip, and I ran across specifically when I said stupid like that. I'm almost certain.
But you also made that video back a couple weeks ago when ranking YouTubers and and all that stuff was the hottest thing before all the controversy of recent times. And you flipped it around. You're like, let's make a positive
True. I sure
video.
did.
And YouTubers and people in the community that you would definitely give a hug to, or would like to hug on site. That stuff was hilarious because the enablers were up here. We were driving around and listening to you talk
for
about
real?
all that. Yeah, we were all in the car. Yoko, Mike, Mario, and DK was there. And then DK was super excited too, because you were talking about the camera people on Hunting Around, and he's one of my camera guys. He's my friend,
Let's
right?
go.
And he's like, hey, he's talking about me.
a little like behind the scenes into my own mind. The only reason this is so bad. Huge shout out to Yoko. The only reason that enablers as a whole is ranked not I don't want to say low, but like is ranked at upwards head nod followed by jubilant dap up is because I don't want to sit there and hug a woman I've never met in my entire life, because I have no idea like their perception of like their own personal space or anything like that.
That's absolutely, it makes sense. I think we kind of figured that too. You're like, can't just be hugging random women and be like, it's for a ranking system on my YouTube channel. Like, police are going to be there so fast.
Absolutely.
Today, that's very respectable of you. Or respectful, sorry.
Today, even like we were getting sandbags for the hurricane, and it's like in Charleston, like a dump truck will just come and like dump a bunch of sand in like a park or something. So that's where it was around us, and people would just come and get sand from there and fill up their own sandbags or whatever. It's basically bring your own beer, but for sandbags. And
is it like a children's playground?
Well, it was like a park or whatever in this subdivision.
I stole sand from a playground.
Well, no, they didn't really steal sand. Like a truck came specifically and dumped a bunch of sand, and they said, hey, there's sand here, everybody come and bring a shovel and a bag and get sandbags. So I swear this connects. So like we were doing that and we were shoveling sand, and there's like this woman right next to us who was just like shoveling sand just by herself, and my wife. And then she asked us like, do you know where to get bags? We had like a conversation, and her and my wife were talking, and then we found out that like she told us that it was just her, like her husband just left for like deployment like yesterday. So it was just her, and she was like, this really sucks because like now we have a hurricane the day my husband leaves. I'm shoveling sand all by myself. So she had like bags of sand, so like she was going to her car to put the first bag away. So I just picked up the other bag and I picked up her shovel and like to help her. And then like I got to her car and I was like, hey, I got your other bag and your other sand. And she jumped. So she was so shocked, and she like just jumped and was like so scared and startled just because like somebody followed her to her car and just said, hey. And but like
with a shovel.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, too. I guess now that I'm thinking about that, yeah, it's becoming more problematic as I explain the story. But it was because, so like I'm saying that because like if I am in a situation where I'm trying to help this woman like load stuff into her car and she gets freaked out by that, there's absolutely no way that I'm hugging Yoko on site without ever interacting with her ever in my entire life.
Can you imagine just like turn around, just sees you with a shovel? You're like, oh God.
It's definitely a situation where like I meet all the enablers and I'm like, yo, what's up, Kevin? What's up, Mike? What's up, Mario? And then what's good, Yoko?
Yoko's she's fond of the handshake.
Let's go.
She's all about the handshake, but you have to come in. You have to come correct, like good grip, good strength, and shake application. Otherwise, she will judge you on air.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go. See, NYC knows. Says just don't shake her hand. Well, you just got to be ready. You don't have to avoid it. Anonymous in the chat, how's it going? Says much love to everyone in Florida. How close is South Carolina to Florida?
It's like 2 states away. It's like a 6-hour drive, depending where you are.
Oh, okay. That's decently close. Maybe that's why Mike's going to Florida all the time. But hey.
Yeah, I can imagine that situation.
It's crazy down there. I have a friend down there right now. He's at Disney, and I think it closed. Yeah, for like a day or two when he's down there.
Oh no.
So, yeah.
The worst time to go.
Apparently, I didn't know. I'm going later this year. Whoops. Hopefully it's good. Dang, did you get to... Yeah, I was going to say, which Dragon Ball figure did you open?
I opened the Super Saiyan 2 Goku. This thing is incredible. This thing rules. This is a situation where, like, it looks so much better in hand than any of the pictures could ever hope to make it look.
Yeah?
Because, like, looking at the pictures online, I was like, I was excited for it. Obviously, it's a Super Saiyan 2 Goku, and it's like the first official Super Saiyan 2 Goku. So now, like, his transformation lineup is complete. So like, it was cool to have one, but like, it really helps that it's actually good.
It helps that it's good. That it's.
Well.
Uh-oh.
His faceplate just fell. I really dig like the new art direction these faceplates have. Like they have like very distinct thick outlines for like the eyes, and then they have like the brow line and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. And then comparing that to like older stuff, it's like night and day.
Yo, actually, I wanted to bring this up too. Thank you, Lightspeed, for reminding me. He says, can't wait for you do Posing Ain't Easy on your own channel.
I do. Lightspeed says he can't wait for Posing Ain't Easy X. It's out, baby. Yeah, for a long time, I wanted to save the 10th episode of Posing Ain't Easy just for like 3D printing. And then it just got to the point where I was like, I have so much old footage. I have so much footage of stuff that I want to make into Posing Ain't Easy episodes that like I'm pushing off making Posing Ain't Easy episodes because I haven't had time to film stuff for a 3D printing episode. So I was just like, whatever, I'll just make a new episode. And that's the one that came out like, I think 4 weeks ago, maybe. I just don't know.
Man, like, and your streams, your live streams, your video production, do you like do that stuff for professional work, or is just something you learned on your own for this hobby?
Yeah, it's just something I learned. It was I started off video editing because I wanted to make AMVs when I was 13 years old. So
I shouldn't laugh. I mean, that's probably a pretty common thing back then.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Now in 2022, it is humorous.
So like I was probably even younger than that because I was in like 6th grade, maybe. That's when I made my first AMV. Jesus. So like yeah, it was that. I made AMVs for a long time, and then I made like I had like oh my god, I'm like thinking about all this stuff and new memories are being unlocked as I think back further and further. So like I used to do AMVs a lot, and then
Vegeta in the Rain AMV.
And then I did like video game stuff. I would review video games because I had a modded Xbox and games would leak early online. So I would review like leaked copies. And I got like a big bump because I had reviewed Fallout 3 before, like 2 weeks before it officially came out. Capluz is asking what's an AMV. It's an anime music video.
You're not highlighting that message, making me feel old.
But like, and then after that, I did video game stuff for a while. I remember I imported a PS Vita, and PS Vita like came out in Japan like almost a full year before it came out in the United States. So I remember it was like me and like a dozen other guys, and we were like the only people on YouTube that were making like PS Vita content. So for a long time I was doing that stuff, and then I did some other video game stuff, and then like I found like the figure community, and then I remember I was watching shows like, of course, like Boog Show, like Main Course and stuff like that. Posing in Plastic was another one that was a big inspiration. Al Chang's videos, Captain McKay's videos. There's like a bunch of guys in the community who made like really cool videos, and I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'll try that. So that's how like Posing in Easy like came to be. So it's cool.
That's
And
awesome.
like I guess I'm lucky enough that people enjoy it. So just cool.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I love the work you put in on your stream. You know, all the stuff, I guess, through the podcast and on the YouTube stream. So like that stuff all just looks clean and beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Just wanted to point that out.
Thank you.
Oh my god. One thing about this Nota dude, his head
What's going on
keeps
here?
falling off the peg.
Oh, his
very
head?
easily.
Oh no. So no
But-
head. Right there.
No.
McCackerson. Mackerson, did you ever make an AMV to Linkin Park's In the End? No.
Didn't everyone? Oh,
So-
damn.
I didn't do In the End, but I abused the rest of the Linkin Park catalog for sure. Like, I'm sure I made like a dozen AMVs to With You, and probably like like the album that they did where they collabed with Jay-Z. I'm sure I made like a ton of AMVs with that. Oh, so cool. What a pose. Look at this go.
He just looks good with that outfit. And the smiling face. Never mind. Was it Jay-Z Linkin Park album that far back? Were people
was-
still making anime music videos back then?
AMVs, the people are still making AMVs now.
Oh, damn. I am old then. Then why doesn't Cap know what they are?
I don't know. Well, Cap's not like a big anime guy.
Okay, fair.
So that's his excuse. That's his one. I was actually watching an AMV today.
Did it bring you back? You're like, oh, shoot. Now I got to add
I-
that to my list of things to do.
I kind of watch AMVs on a semi-regular basis. Maybe like once every couple of months, I'll crack open a nice AMV. Like I look for exceptionally good ones. Like I'm too old now to spend 2 hours looking at like, you know, more Linkin Park AMVs. Like I don't want to do it. So like I'll search like an anime con. Like I'll search like Anime Expo like 2022 AMV winners or whatever. And like
Oh,
those
only the best. The
yeah,
best
only
of the
the
best.
only the cream of the crop, baby.
No runner-ups, only winners.
So like that's what I'll do. And there's a lot of great AMVs out there for sure. I'm like I know a guy on I almost said I'm friends.
Yeah, you
but
did.
like-
I saw you were about to name drop somebody.
I
friends
like
with this
I like to think we're friends. But I know somebody on Twitter who's like an incredible AMV artist, and like he always comes out to support my content and stuff. It's really nice whenever he comments on that stuff. He's like one of those like internet friends you have where like you're just like so familiar with their username and like you constantly like mutually support each other, but like I've never crept into a DM or anything like that. So
Is that someone you would want to meet up with?
oh, for
IRL,
sure. I'm
hang out?
down to hang out with anybody, man.
Yeah, man, that's one of the great things that's come from this this hobby more so than having all these badass toys. It's just like the people. You know, there's crummy people, but there's a lot of really good people in this that, you know, like can't let the negativity bring you down. Like there's a lot more valuable stuff in terms of, you know, friendship that you can make in this.
Yeah, that's what I always say as well. Like the best thing about the community is the members, for sure. Like there's so many people in the community that I recognize by like their screen names and like and what else? There's just so many people that like I recognize just from like commenting on their stuff for like almost 10 years at this point. And like I recognize like so many screen names, especially in the YouTube space. Like there are people that I recognize that like commented on like the first Posing Ain't Easy, and like it's just cool to see those people like make their way around like community members' contents. Like there's a lot of people that come to your streams that I remember that used to be a part of, who used to be and still are a part of like my content and like Bug's content and like everybody else's stuff. So it's really cool that the community is like so like tightly knit. It's really tight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, all these people that I've had on the show on unboxing, the majority of them I've chatted with these people through social media for years, right? So people are like, oh, how did you get all these people on? It's like I don't know them, but I've interacted with them and like just connected with them throughout the years in this community, and like everyone's just super cool. It's like, come on, you want to come on and open some toys and chill and hang out? It's like, yeah, hell yeah, why not? You know,
for sure.
Instead of doing that on my own at home, it's just, you can just chat and just talk this kind of silliness right now for everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
Catliv says Pancho is definitely a full embrace, reluctant to let go whenever we meet up.
Hell yeah, dude.
100%. 100%. Finn, what's going on? Cannot wait to give Brian and Panch the biggest bear hugs. Oh, I mean, you guys are crazy. I love it. Love it, man. Damn, we're like it's like 12, 15. You want to go in like another 15 minutes? If anyone has any more
it's fine.
questions, shout out to everyone who's still here right now. It's like 50 some odd people still after all this time. Here we go. What's going on there?
Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Really great figure. Man, I cannot believe how good this figure is. It's crazy because the community had for years solved the problem of the missing Super Saiyan 2 like figure, because like there have been tons of like third party and like low print run like Super Saiyan 2 hair sculpts for forever. So like AJ Customs did one, Fairy Tale Customs did one. I want to say Kong Studios did one too. Maybe Demoniacal Fit. I'm not too confident on Demoniacal Fit, but like there have been options for Super Saiyan 2 Goku for a very long time. But this official one is like really, really good. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of like blown away. I'm kind of like speechless right now.
Yeah, you seem no words. You seem just kind of completely caught off guard.
I love it. I love it when when a company that you're so familiar with like just puts out something that's really good, and like you almost like, it's almost like you're rediscovering it for the first time. Because like I don't know, like, because the feeling of opening my first SH Figure Arts is so far back in like my brain that I don't even remember. Well, I guess I can remember what it felt like, but like you don't feel that anymore. But like you get flashes of it when you open up a figure that you're surprised by, which I think is really tight.
J. Michael Johnson says, just got to work. Glad to know I made it back in time for the end of some Pancho SHF DBZ talk.
Let's
No,
go.
it's not the end. Maybe the end.
Oh.
John Tate, channel member, what's going on? Says, what are we looking for at PulseCon? I have this new work training, and I was like, dang, I'm gonna miss all the PulseCon stuff on Friday. But I forgot tomorrow is a new holiday, so I have the day off, and I will
Whoa.
be. And I think the kids don't have the day off; they have school, so I'm going to be watching this stuff all day, and going to be upset that Sunny isn't there. Is there anything specific that you're looking for? I don't even know what's out there that I want.
Me? I'm looking. I would say the only thing I'm really actively on the lookout for is just whatever Lightning Collection has planned. I'm not even
Mhm.
looking for anything specific. I'm just excited to see what's next for Lightning Collection.
Yeah, if it's something different, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get it.
For sure. You know what I would hate? I would hate for them to officially announce some nonsense that's been on store shelves for the last 3 months that they've just like that.
Oh
I
no!
feel like that happens a lot with this line. Like something is
Yeah, Lightning Collection happens a lot, actually.
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But aside from that, like nothing really. Like I like Marvel Legends. And I collect a lot of Marvel Legends, but like I don't partake in like the hype, like I guess yeah, not even like the hype for it. Like I don't partake in like making like wish lists or like trying to predict what's going to happen next or doing any of that stuff. I'm just like super down for whatever they put out for Marvel Legends, then sick. If it looks cool, I'll
Mhm.
get it. It's whatever.
Maybe some new Fortnite stuff. Is
Oh,
Fortnite
maybe.
on the list? More man
I
cake
don't know.
suits would be cool. Indiana Jones. I don't know. Rad Toyologist brought that up. Oh, I shipped your giveaway prize finally. Finally got some out there, so it should be on the way. But yeah, Indiana Jones stuff should be coming out. Starting lineup was already announced.
Oh yeah, I heard you talking about that last week with Nose Rain, for sure.
Mhm.
Has
Yeah,
your opinion changed on that as the weeks gone by, or are you still?
I've heard some stuff. Was it your podcast on ACBA or somebody else was saying like, yo, or maybe no, it was maybe Tormigos or Ernie talking about like, hey, for sneakerheads, this is $50 ain't a thing. Like, I'll just buy it. You
Yeah,
get your player and the shoes on, but the toy community is just like $50. Hell no, like that's not
crazy.
my value. So again, it's in the eye of the buyer, right? what does it
Yeah,
mean to you? So if you're seasoned action figure purchaser, and you know for $50 you can get very different things, you know, you don't have to get it, and it just let your money speak for you. And I think the HasLab kind of showed that some people, right? Like numbers
yeah.
have been fluctuating up and down.
I said it on the podcast last week. I think the core issue is that like Marvel Legends used to be the line where you like casually bought in. Like it used to be like the inexpensive alternative to a lot of stuff. And it used to be just inexpensive enough to where you could just like throw $20 at it and just like
Mhm.
get something. And like it was just inexpensive enough to where you didn't really it was very easily justifiable. So for years, Marvel Legends was that space to go ahead and find that kind of like that level of collectability. That was the space for Marvel Legends. And then now it's just gone up. So it's gone up, and not only has it gone up, it's just speed and that
Yep.
has gone up to where that it's like completely caught people off guard. I feel like if it was a steady increase, then people wouldn't mind. Just like if you talk to people that have been collecting Marvel Legends since like 2000, 2008 or whatever, like you talk to those guys and they're all like, oh yeah, well Marvel Legends used to be like $5. I remember when they were there $5, but like now they're $20, but they don't really care because it was a steady increase up to 20 over like a
Mhm.
number of years. But within the last couple of years, they've gone up from 20 to 27, and then now all of a sudden there's a whole new line that's $50. And
Yeah.
it's just like on paper it's crazy. But just like you said, when they said on Toy Migos, and I think Rick said the exact same thing, is like for non-figureheads, like $50 is nothing. Like
Yeah. You walk into one of those boutique stores selling $300 to $500 pair of shoes, and there's a $50. Well, by the time it gets there, it's going to be more than 50. It's going to be priced up for sure.
for sure.
And you see that on the shelf, it's like, oh shoot, LeBron, like with actual Nikes. That's cool. Yeah, $50. Throw it in with my order, right? It's a different market. Granted, they probably want to target everybody in there, but there's some sort of middle ground there. The other thing with Legends, it's like over the last 4-ish years, like the number of stuff coming out in a year has gone up so much. Right?
To an insane
Before I'd be
amount.
like, oh look, here's a wave, and I'm not really buying anything right now. Might not be all the characters I want. I'll buy the whole wave. But then now how many full waves there are in a year, and that price increase, it's like I have to be more selective.
Yeah, like before, like I could drop like 120 on if I saw a full wave on the peg, like 120 is still like a lot of money. But like if it's for a full wave and a Build-A-Figure I want, then I had the benefit of getting it right then and there, everything was on the peg as a fresh case, then I would see the value in dropping the money on a whole wave all at once. But now, like, it's very hard to justify building a bone breaker for $170
and possibly getting stuck with figures you don't want.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And then before you could just like resell these figures or whatever, and you could get like some of your return back. But now you have the added like difficulty of trying to resell a figure, but people are so used to paying the old resale prices. Like,
right.
What do you like now? You would like responsibly, you would resell a figure for like $22 or something. But in people's mind now, it's like $22 is what I paid for a new figure.
Yeah,
reality,
exactly.
It's not even $22 anymore. It's like $25.
Yesterday's price. Right.
So
I get it. I hate having to buy in Canada like Marvel Legends for 30 something.
Oof.
And then if I don't want it, it's like I gotta sell it for 15, and 15 is hard enough to get that money for. I feel like to move stuff. So again, there's a lot of people competing for your disposable income, right? So you gotta do with what you're feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rick's still here, says probably I didn't mean it in a bad way, Rick. I'm just saying, hey, you're still here. Probably the right business move. I'll give them that. It's like, oh, Rick's still here. But it does feel like a little alienating. But having full licensing for the sneakers, I know firsthand just how pricey that can be. Dude, and there are collectors out there who are just like, I don't know, they don't care about that kind of stuff or just willfully ignorant. Like, I don't care that it costs that. I don't need to know that stuff. I just want it to be a certain price. But it's like, if you look behind the curtain a little bit, it's like, hey, well, think about what goes into this stuff. How many factors need to be in there to pull something like this off, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Like, Rick broke it down really well on the podcast last week in terms of licensing and like where all that money goes and whatnot.
Yeah. Under Armour, Nike, right? Nike, you got to cut the check for that for sure. NBA, Players Association, all of those like trademarks that you see on the toy listing on the Pulse webpage, like probably all of those entities are getting a cut of the check.
Oh yeah,
At the end
for
of the
sure.
day, like, what are you left with per figure?
That's true.
Tropical storms are incredibly unpredictable. Better safe than sorry. Well wishes and prayers sent out to you and your family. Pancheezey. Hey,
Thank
man,
you, anonymous,
anonymous.
dude.
Super nice.
Yeah, man, this hurricane is wild. I don't know. I'm very like nonchalant about it because like
You seem like it right now.
if I take it seriously for 1 second, I'll freak myself out. And but like I guess realistically, like the only thing I'm really worried about is like I moved into this place last year and I don't really know how it deals with like crazy rainfall. Like we've had wild rainfall throughout the year and like it's been fine, but I just don't know what it's like. I have sandbags. I did what I needed to do. I don't know. We'll see how.
Did my due diligence. I have sandbags. That's it.
So it is what it is. I was here for Hurricane Matthew, and that was fine. That was a cat too. It is what it is. I don't know. Mike's here. I'm here. Whatever. That's like
We're still here.
That's like my frame of reference. If Mike's here, then I think I'm okay. Like when he leaves, then I'll leave.
That's what it's based on?
I guess. Like, I don't know. If a Charleston native leaves, then I'm like, all right, I gotta go.
That's funny. Cap Live says, what I'm hearing is the Mafex is the key.
It's true. Mafex, those great figures, dude. Do you have any of the NBA Mafex figures?
I have Michael Jordan.
Whoa.
He comes with 3 pairs of Nikes, right?
Are they official Nikes? Do they have like the branding and stuff?
Yeah, I believe so. And it was because of that people were hopeful that Mafex Miles would have it. But, Jordan's going to be like, Marvel, you got to pay me if you want that. So MJ, you get those shoes. But those are expensive. Mafex, by the time that it's to Canada, shipped and duty, it's like $150 Canadian, $160.
That's crazy.
It's gotta
you guys got to do duty. That's wild.
Dude, DHL is a ripoff to Canada. I know you guys get DHL from Japan in like 2 days, teleported there with no duties. But DHL runs the biggest racket here. Everything we buy from Asia with DHL, it's like guaranteed extra money on top. The biggest racket. So it's hard to say. It's got to be somebody I really, really need that I can't get in any other line to be like, yes, $150 for Mafex.
That's crazy.
I think I started with Cyclops, and in the end, I'm like, I know Marvel Legends and Mafex, what the differences are, but I'm like, I don't think I need to spend that money to get to that level of quality of figure. I'm good with how Legends is at this price point.
Yeah, at that point, yeesh.
Yeah, I wonder if Mafex's line would stick to just Nike athletes or if they would spend up on other sneaker licenses along with the players. Who knows? Who knows, Rick? I was thinking the other day, I was wearing a pair of Dame 5s and I spent all day in them and my feet felt amazing. And I'm like, this is probably the best shoe I've ever felt, best shoe I've ever worn. And at the end of the day, I'm like, what players are with Adidas? You have the Dames, you got like James Harden. And I'm like, man, at the end of the day, everyone just wants to go with Nike. Right? That's just marketing. So it's no matter how comfortable a shoe you make, they just want to go that get that Nike recognition and paycheck.
It's true. It'd be like that.
Mafex LeBron is 65?
Yeah, with the conversion and everything, he's $65. Yeah.
That's really cheap. Wait, isn't that that's just a few bucks more than starting lineup.
That's right. Like,
okay.
That's great. But that's in the US, right? So like you'll have to pay a little bit more with duties and stuff. So, you know, it always evens out. And you guys have free healthcare, so you know, it is what it is.
Man, I do enjoy watching your Dragon Ball hauls because, you know, a lot of that stuff I did watch a lot of Dragon Ball when I was younger, and seeing that the Saiyan armor Gohan with the dorky Asian kid haircut,
I love
that
it.
brings back so many memories. But man, I can't get into it. Not because of the haircut, but like that era of Dragon Ball. But my Dragon Ball collection has pared down to SHF has just mainly Dragon Ball figures. Roshi, Kid, Krillin.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have got that blue suit Kid Goku.
Oh yeah,
that would have been dope. Tao Pai Pai and 2 Bomas, and that's it.
Did you know that they released purple-haired Boma in the Dragon Ball outfit? It was a Hong Kong exclusive.
Oh jeez.
So I jumped through hoops to get that shit, of course.
So I got it.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Does D Rose have his own shoes, Cap? I don't remember. Then that's what I mean. That's the brand recognition. Yeah. Oh, and I have Hercule or Mr. Satan.
I love Hercule. I love Mr. Satan.
I need a Chaozu like single. Well, you know what? If Chaozu with Tien was cheaper, even the new one, I would buy that, because Chaozu in Dragon Ball is freaking hilarious, and Tien is just cool character design, but totally useless in after Dragon Ball, I guess.
Possibly.
Because the new one has the articulated Chaozu, right?
Yes, for sure. You know, during last year's Golden Week sale, I think on Hobby Link, no, not a Hobby Link, on Hobby Genki, he was like $60. It's wild. I'm very surprised he got so cheap.
Did you get that the battle stage, the Tenkachi, like hilariously out of scale, but
oh, for sure.
If you can get Krillin fighting Chaozu on that, like that's my dream. Because that's one of my favorite.
It's a good set. I like it. I think I got it like 25 or something, maybe. It's a nice enough set. If you do photography and you do really tight shots, really tightly cropped shots, like from like torso up, then like if you put enough like bokeh on it, it's fine. It's no big deal. The scale.
Yeah, I had it briefly and then I sold it. But like the background, the archway, I think that part looks great.
It really does. Like it's a nice set. Like I got a bunch of weird Dragon Ball stuff. I have that's the rejuvenation chamber right there. Yeah, there it is. Like from the Frieza saga. That's like an old like Irwin version of like the rejuvenation chamber. And like it had like a bunch of like old stagnant water in it from like, I don't know, 1994. I didn't want to deal with it.
No.
I just unscrewed it and took it all out.
No, my Burger King Ghostbusters bicycle water bottle had old water in it too. Remember the one the yellow one, it clipped onto the bike clip, and then there was the Slimer Slimer was a honking horn, and there's a spinning wheel of the Ecto that you put on your bike. But yeah, there was sitting water in there. It's gross. It's absolutely gross. Yeah, I gotta pare down my collection though. So Dragon Ball, sorry, but Power Rangers taking its place.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got like a bookshelf full of Power Rangers now.
What would you say your completion rate on Lightning Collection is? Do you buy everything new, or what do you do? What do you skip on? What do you skip in Lightning Collection?
I'd say like I'm 80-ish%, maybe. I didn't buy any of the ninja suit. I think those were exclusives.
Were they? I have Kimberly pink, blue, black, and white right here. And I contemplated on opening those tonight, but there's no time.
There's no time. 3.5 hours in, we've opened like 7 things combined.
I know.
Hey, it's all about the conversation, man.
That's true.
I didn't collect the A Squad because I'm like, they were in for what, 1.5 episodes? 2 maybe? And I got to go to all these different retailers to collect it? No, thank you.
True. I had to do like a ship in store for A Squad Green because it was a Best Buy exclusive here in the United States. And like,
why is Best Buy getting figures like that? I'm just confused.
That is something I never want to do again in my entire life.
Walking out of the electronics store with the action figure and the Power Ranger.
It was like bad enough when Best Buy had like an exclusive deal for like Amiibo, and like,
oh yeah,
that sucked. And like, I was just recently thinking about Amiibo like a couple of weeks ago, and like, it's so funny because I was in on Amiibo when they came out, and admittedly working at a GameStop was very beneficial for Amiibo because like as soon as they came in, I would be all like, all right, tight, I'm gonna buy this. Cool. Yeah. I have the opportunity to buy this now. I don't have to hunt for it or whatever, so I'll buy it. But like now that I don't work there anymore, well, it's not even that. It's like Amiibo got so nuts to the point where like the time would come to pre-order it, and then as soon as, let's say like you could pre-order at 3:00 on a Friday or whatever, and as soon as 3:00 hit, then all of our systems would be like locked up because so many people were trying to pre-order Amiibo. I'm like, this isn't even fun anymore. And then like having to go to Best Buy and Target and all this nonsense. Like, I didn't want to do. I remember I was like searching everywhere for stupid Meta Knight from Best Buy, and then
oh my gosh,
I was like, I don't know, by like my 4th Best Buy, like 30 miles away, I was like, I don't even want this anymore. So I just went on eBay and I bought it, but still.
Oh my god.
But like, I don't know. Like as soon as the hunt is like not fun anymore, like I'm kind of like done. I don't want to do it anymore.
The hunt is done, you mean, because you can just get it on eBay for
True, but like that's not even fun. Like, and like
that's
sometimes like eBay hunting used to be fun too, I think. Like especially before like the pandemic. Like I feel like eBay hunting was like you could still find a lot of like weird listings where people like misspelled stuff and then it would never show up in searches.
Right.
So like you could snipe an auction like really low. But like I feel like that doesn't happen anymore because like now everybody is so hyper aware of the value of the stuff they throw on eBay that like it's always priced immediately unfairly.
Yeah. It's priced like Facebook group pricing already. It's not an auction anymore. I feel you, man. All right. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Cap Liv says, you know what I skip in Lightning Collection? Yeah. Mighty Morphin for sure.
The level of disappointment.
What else is there? Like the glittery ones? I don't think I got any of those.
Stuff? You skipped that too, right? Or no?
Yeah, no, I don't need those.
Yeah, my brother.
Who has space for that?
I remember when that debuted in the show, and I was like, this is worse looking suits that fit looser than the ones you already had. Like, even as a kid, I knew that this was a thing designed to sell me a toy. And then I was like, I don't even want it. This is terrible. Like, I hated the metallic armor. And then when Lightning Collection unveiled they were doing metallic armor, that's when like I knew. That's when like it truly solidified that they will sell us MMPR figures till the line dies. Like
Forever.
they'll find
Forever.
ways.
Yeah. I
What else do you
mean,
skip?
I don't think we get those. Is it Walmart exclusives with the variant art?
Oh, okay.
Even though those are really nice. And I think there was a Walmart con recently of one of the most recent waves with uh, Tom Whalen art, variant art, like a big box set.
Okay, cool.
I don't think we get those up here, but I would have wanted to get that. I should have, because that poster is awesome. And Tom Whalen's a nice guy too.
Oh, nice.
He's a collector too. He's been on the show, so I'm like, that'd be a cool thing to have, but we didn't get it up here. Other than that, I mean, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Oh, Beast Morphers. No, not Beast Morphers. What the hell? Wait, is it Beast Morphers? Whatever that season was. Because I never.
The gadget one where they're spies?
Is that what they are? Yeah, they do look like spies. I have 2 of them. I don't know why. They just look cool. One guy had a really nice sculpt for his hair. I thought it was a nice unmasked head, so I grabbed that.
That was also the first wave too.
Oh, true.
Yeah, Beast Morphers Red was in the first wave.
That's it. No, that's about it. I mean, what were the birds? I forget the
Tenga
name already.
Warriors?
Yeah, the Tenga Warriors. Those guys are awesome.
How many of those do you have? I have 5.
Jeez, I have 2. I realized I should stop army building. This whole mentality that like, oh, it would look sick in a photo with this many, and I'm like,
Yeah,
you don't
I
even take
never
photos
take
with one figure. Why do you need so many army builders? So
yeah, I forced myself to take. I took a Power Rangers photo, I think a week or 2 ago, and that may have been the first time that I used all the putties I had. And then like I forced myself to use all my putties because like as I was setting the shot up, I was like, you know, like visually this does not look good with like hella putties in the frame, but whatever.
Yeah. But you can go look at like Geeky Fresh and The Amazing when they cram in on those one hero fighting all those armies. It's like, damn, just the amount of patience to put this together and to be like, yes, this is what it would look like if it was like a 1v12. Like it would look like this. Confidently put that photo out. But you know, they do it. So, you know, maybe we just gotta post the photo.
That's
and let
true.
the community decide. Let everyone else decide. All right. Man, I think that's all the stuff that I was going to open tonight. Dude, what was your favorite thing that you opened tonight?
Probably this Super Saiyan 2 Goku. I know, very cliche. Whatever.
You sound very satisfied with it, though. I could tell.
It's very nice. I also like the Marnie that I opened. The Marnie was very nice too. But whatever. Super Saiyan 2 Goku. That's what I liked. I don't care. I am what I am. I don't care.
No judgments, dude. No judgments.
What about you?
Definitely this guy.
Of course. No contest.
Just look at him. I don't even know what he's supposed to be, but damn, am I having fun with it. And honestly, you're right. A lot of the accessories are just like crappy, like Asia dollar store prop toys packed in. They just happen to be the right size. You know what? You know, you got to hand it to them. If you can add value at a low cost, but the buyer's like, oh, this is cool. You know, more power to you.
That's true.
That's how they do it. Man, where can people catch you? We got the ACBA podcast going on tomorrow nights.
Yeah,
or in a few hours.
Sure. Yeah, man. Weekly and consistently, I'm always on the ACBA podcast. And in the meantime, between that, you can find me on Instagram. That's where I post most of my stuff, and that's at Pancheezey. And then I do stuff on Twitter too, but not as much as Instagram. And then every once in a while, I'll post a video on YouTube. But
Yes.
Instagram is the place to go. And then I'm on the ACBA Discord basically every single day as well.
I have your Instagram and YouTube channel posted in the description of this video here on YouTube.
Thanks.
If everyone wants to go check it out, you don't have time to Google it. I've made it easy for you. Please just give a click, give a follow right there. Show some love to Pancheezey like he has by blessing us with his presence on the channel.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to stay tuned for Friday. I will actually right now I'm going to go upload the episode 5 of Enablers on hunting around, and it'll be available sometime tomorrow. So stay tuned. Hope you're subscribed with notifications. You can catch that. And last week's episode of Unboxing with Nose Rain, Boba Squadron podcast, we had it on Tuesday. And then the recap for episode 4 is going to be the upcoming Monday. A lot of great content going on. Schedule moves around. So again, subscribe, hit the bell, and not anything you want to miss. And of course, follow and hit notifications on Pancho's on Pancheezey's on YouTube too, please. Dude, I mean, you've always been a huge supporter of the channel. Very positive dude in the community, and you bring corny as it sounds, joy, but also everyone on the ACBA podcast entertainment and content. And it was a pleasure having you on, and you being so generous with your time hanging out, man. It's like I'm just waiting for a hurricane.
Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, it was great. It was great being on. I always love watching every week, and it was cool to just be on and just hang out and chop it up for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Let's post some pics of me, you, and Cap. We got to post pics of our
Phantom Rangers, baby.
Phantom Ranger in a little bit, and yeah, we'll chat soon. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, dude, thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for watching. If you're still watching this on the replay, props to you as well. Everyone, have a great night. Stay tuned and keep toying around. Peace. How do I end this?